Why gotta be creepy wind music, bro?
Isn't that in your nature?
I mean, you're not wrong. You guys have only scratched the tip of the iceberg.
I'm not gonna try to go further.
It's fair.
All right. Who would like to do the recap this week?
Did I roll you for it last week? Because I'll do it this week, Matt.
I really don't care.
No, Matt, I think rolled me and he won. So I'll do.
Yeah, I think that happened.
So last week, I entitled it "Lost Souls Attack" because Hikari decided that she was gonna go because we have not given. Hikari has a tendency to want to do things sometimes that some of the party doesn't agree with, and so last week we were like, "Yep, let's go and do what Hikari wants, which is inform Korin that he's in danger and he maybe needs to get the hell out of Dodge." So as she's informing him, they attack, and Bovum is actually inside the tavern. We are outside the tavern, and complete entropy ensues to the point that Akaya goes down, and a goddamn villager body snatches her and just starts running away with her. So we pick off that guy. Korin picks her up and starts running away with her. And I'm pretty positive it's Bovum that just explodes him like a wet water or like a water balloon, which was super disturbing. BTW.
It was cool.
I mean, it was cool, except it gave me the willies. So then we hear running from all directions that are heading towards where we're at. We run towards the Wink and the Kiss, I think it is. Along the way, looking for a place to hide, we find a abandoned bar. And we bunker down for a short rest. We deem that it's necessary for Akaya to be ready to battle. So we fortify the place, set some traps, and end up getting a full 8 hours of rest. So Akaya's back up. After that, I have a conversation with Hikari and let her know that maybe we want to draw the villagers away from us as we try and get to the Wink and the Kiss. So I make her invisible and set the plan to go and like bang some pots far away from where we're at to draw the villagers out, kind of like we did with the scream while we were running away. Meanwhile, we see this figure that keeps on walking back and forth, apparently a long snout that we don't know, but it sounds like he has a cane with him. And where we left off was Hikari seeing Korin, whom Bovum had killed. Dun, 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 dun. That's all I got.
All right.
So bunker down in the trapped door of the front entrance to a locked old tavern. With the back door clearly unlocked and guarded, you all rested as much as you could be despite the horrors from the day before. Rise and send Hikari out invisible.
Oh, Bolum slept like a baby.
And the rest of you
You always sleep.
as Hikari is now at a decision point.
Alright. So so I'm basically out on the street and I see Korin enter like another tavern, right?
No, he's heading towards the tavern in which you guys had escaped the previous day.
So, okay, he's heading towards there. How long does invisibility last? 1 hour?
Yep.
Yes, however, you're not quite sure of this because A, you can't cast that magic, and B, you've been walking around for a while, so you're not quite sure how long the magic might end.
Are we in the tavern he's coming to? Are we still there?
You are all inside of the tavern as Hikari has escaped to do some scouting with a invisibility spell from Fraggin' Wagon.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And
you're all kind of just waiting on her to return.
Am I trailing Korin or is he behind me?
You're trailing him.
Okay.
I believe last you told me you wanted to be a couple 100 feet from him. You wanted to be very far away. And you had
Okay.
passed, I think, a stealth check or something.
No, I did not. I think that's where you left off. Like I saw him, and then that's where you just
Oh,
left
right,
off.
yeah. It was like right out the edge of your vision then, so yeah.
Okay.
Just enough to make it through this like weird morning fog that's not really fog. It's like that, you know what I'm talking about? It's like before the sun kind of rises, it's that weird like misty feel. Yeah.
Is there anyone
Before
else
dawn,
around besides
you might
Corin?
say.
What's that, Kim?
I said before dawn, one might say.
Yes, indeed.
Damn it, Kim. Is there anyone else around besides Corin?
Make a perception check.
Alright, let's see.
Let's find out.
26.
Okay.
And 20 plus 6.
As you remember last week, there was somebody in the middle of the fields glancing around, holding what seems to just be a pitchfork in a hayless field. An unlocked shed in the same lot in plot of land, kind of near the corner, closer to you than to the other individual. However, as you glance around some more, you realize that there's some commotion of moving, but relatively far away in the distances. Almost like you can hear things way past your vision as kind of your senses open up well past Corin in that direction. And to the point that you can probably even remotely hear some shuffling from maybe another plot of land outside of your sight. Probably another individual doing the same thing. And last, you'll mistake one other plot of land of some figure you can see, but is completely stationary. And then as you squint, you realize it's just a scarecrow.
So I don't see anyone at all. And the footsteps I hear are from are
Mostly from
ahead of
Corin.
me, not behind me.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to
Is the
actually
music too
hunt
loud? Probably need
It's
to
a
drop it
little
down a
loud.
notch. Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay, there you
Can
go.
I use Hunter Sense to scan Corin?
You're not close enough.
Within 60 feet. Okay. Could I get up to 60 feet
Would you like to
without
get up to
him
close to
noticing?
60 feet?
Without him noticing?
If you want to make a stealth check, you can try.
Okay, I will. 7.
My poor. Oh god.
As you creep closer, maybe a hand on your weapons. They're just like slowly creeping. You misplace some areas of the kind of dirt path, or just two rocks that are just a little too close. And as you step on them, they just together. And Corin stops in the middle of the road. Looks left, looks right. Turns around. Looks left and right of you. And then stares directly at you for a second. Kind of unnerving knowing that you're invisible. Who is it? He just kind of stands there. You're within 60 feet of him.
I don't move.
He stares at you, even though he can't see you, you know, that weird thing where he's just like squinting at the direct location of where he heard that sound, and he's like befuddled.
You what?
He's befuddled.
Okay.
His fuds are duddled.
You do be kind of fun dully.
I don't do anything. I just stand.
Kind of just
He charges you.
snort. You just see a snort of these like very hot breaths coming out of his long dragonborn nose, out of his snout as he turns around. You hear the light clicking of his walking stick on the path as he begins to resume his walk.
Alright. So are we like in the middle of like the middle of the village streets? Like there's buildings on the side of us, like the neighborhood. Okay.
But they're gonna be, it's think less a neighborhood and more of like a farming community where there's like some scattered buildings, but it's not very
Okay.
consistent because there's more plots of land in this area. And then the more populated area would have been right when you found the tavern at that like T junction. There would have been a lot more buildings over in that area. So you've kind of wandered back into the farming area, the farming district, if you will.
Okay. When he gets to about 120 feet, I start walking back from where I came.
Okay.
And I start making the noise.
The banging noise with the pots and pans?
Yeah. And yes.
Okay, you hear nothing because you can only hear the pots and pans.
Alright.
So how long are you going to be doing this? This is going to deafen anything else that you can hear. So effectively, you're deaf right now.
Can I see Corin noticing?
Oh, so you're looking in that direction? You're just walking backwards?
I start walking backwards, and as I make it, I glance at him.
So if you're doing this and you're looking around for Corin specifically, you're going to see him just like bolting towards this sound.
Alright, so if I
Full-on
see him... So once I start to notice him, I should be able to walk out of his path, right? Like, if it's a very spacious area, I should be able to start running away myself, right?
Are you going to continue
like,
making
dipping...
a sound or not?
Once I notice him noticing me, I duck into like an alleyway or something like that.
There's not really any alleys out here. It's just kind of fields and like a building that's closed. It's really like one or two buildings maybe lining the street. There's not really alleys out here. Now, I will tell you this, just from because I know you're relatively new to this. If you start smacking together pots and pans and then stop smacking pots and pans and begin to sprint, invisibility does nothing for your sound. As I just illustrated when you stepped on some rocks the wrong way. Once you start sprinting, if they hear you, they can just follow the sound. They don't have to see you. So it's just like if somebody had a cloak of invisibility and they're just running through the streets. Like you can.
Are the pots invisible?
What's that?
Are the pots themselves invisible?
Anything is worn or carried, but when the spell is cast, is invisible. So if you drop it, it becomes visible. If you pick up something that is visible, it's just floating. But you have like afterwards. So like if you drop a pot, it becomes visible. You pick it back up again, it's still visible. It's when the magic is cast that it applies.
Okay, so what I do is, as I'm banging it, and as he starts sprinting towards me, I toss... I like to chuck both of them at his direction.
Okay.
Do I need a roll for that all, or...?
Are you trying to hit him?
Yes.
You're going to have to wait until he's within 20 feet of you to even have a realm of possibility of hitting him. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until 40 and roll with disadvantage. If you make an attack roll, your invisibility breaks.
Oh, wow, okay. Never mind in that case. Then I just like to... I just like to throw it as far as I can.
Give me a strength check.
17.
Where are you throwing them?
At his direction.
Okay. Yep, you can just throw them in the street. That's fine.
And then...
He's not there yet. I'm just guessing you're throwing it as soon as you see him start coming.
And I would like to shuffle, not sprinting, but discreetly enough so that it won't be noticeable, away from my current position.
Are you trying to hide?
Yes.
Stealth check.
Okay.
I will give you
Yeah.
advantage because of the distraction.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I got 21 without advantage.
Yeah, let's see what you get with advantage. Probably
Okay.
still just a 21, but we'll see.
22.
Very nice. Okay.
Nice.
Frank is so worried.
All right. You see a relative outcropping near a single barrel that you just duck behind, kind of doing a little Cuddy power walk over there as the pangs of the clattering hit the ground in the middle of the street. Moments later, Corin picks up the pans and begins to inspect them as 3 more townsfolk of nondescript manner walk up next to him and begin conversing. Or they all look around at each other and start whispering.
Is it possible for me to make out what they're saying?
Make a perception check.
Oh, these are my best stats. 17.
Fragon's over here having an aneurysm.
I'm literally having heart palpitations, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This is what you hear. Actually, I need to check something on your character sheet.
Think she's got this?
These are my best. Like, stealth and perception are my best stats.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh. So he caught it. You
I don't know.
actually
It's
do
been
understand
a
this.
while.
So only the people talking are the townsfolk. Corin doesn't seem to be saying anything. So you hear them talking in this very guttural language that you would recognize as deep speech.
Ugh.
What do you think it is? This looks like a pot. What is the purpose of this noise? Did it have an origin? The house is locked.
Are they trying the door? Are they trying the door of the nearby house?
One of them walks over to the house nearby. The one that's by
How-
you, and the other walks up to the other one.
How far away am I from them?
So Corin's standing in the street with the pots. One of them walks back to the field that is nearby, and 2 others will split up and go and try the doors nearby of the
How
houses.
far am I from them in general?
You're like around the corner from one of them, like maybe 20 feet, 20, 30 feet, well, like just outside of that because of the obstruction of vision.
I would like to start walking back while holding perception to see if they are walking in my direction or if anyone else will be near me.
Both of them start to start whipping, like looking in their backpacks for like a crowbar while you're walking away.
Do I know they're not going in my direction, are they?
Mm-mm.
And there's no one else around?
Nope.
Okay, then I walk back casually.
As you kind of get around 120 feet or 300 feet away, you can start hearing breaking of wood. And that's the last thing you hear. As you kind of reach the door and like turn the knob, the rest of the party like maybe turns very quickly as the back door opens. And the
I don't
second
do that.
What's that?
I'm not that inconspicuous. I'm not that conspicuous about it.
Okay, well, once you reach the alleyway, the second you put your hand on the doorknob, your invisibility's gone. Because now you can actually see your hand when you reach out.
I want to say that can I check if there's anyone near here?
What's that?
Can I check if there's anyone around? this as I get back to our base, can I check if there's anyone around?
Make another perception check before me.
9.
Coast is clear.
I want to softly say that I returned before I try to enter the base.
You guys can hear some whispering of somebody saying they've returned as the door slowly clicks open in the back.
Who goes there?
Okay, I have news.
Oh, come in, quickly.
Baldwin puts his hand down as he was ready to cast Chromatic Orb.
Yeah, I was gonna Bear Blaster with Eldritch Blast, but
I lowered my bow. I'm a little afraid of.
Baldwin was ready to fire. Even on it didn't matter.
Yeah. With
If
a brief kind of brush with death the previous day, Kaya seems to be a bit on edge.
I'm a little on edge.
Yeah.
If I may, Hikari. Does anyone have a knife?
I have a rapier. You can poke things.
Would Hikari, would you be willing to just a little nick to let us know you have blood?
Would I take? I would take damage for that, wouldn't I?
I think functionally you can hurt yourself for blood pretty easily without doing it, but it depends on the purpose of what you guys want to do. If you want to take damage, you might get a little more information. Might not. If you draw, a little bit of blood, you don't really know the purpose. So it's up to you guys. Like, do you want to choose to take damage, or do you want to choose not to take damage? That's up to you.
Can I answer a question instead of your choice?
What sort of question do you think would clear yourself?
That would be you to decide as the interrogator. I have nothing to hide.
I mean, we don't.
No interrogation. I think just
Just let me poke her, guys.
I think not taking damage really. If we do it, but it's just like a clearance thing.
Just a little bit.
You're basically just like opening skin to make sure that like.
Yeah.
A guy
Like I'm checking your blood
doesn't grow,
sugar.
whatever.
Doesn't have to be much.
Okay,
She's not a
that's
Sprouling. She's a Pikmin.
yeah, Jesus. Pikmin raid boss.
No, please don't start. No.
That-
But is it the
that's-
ear kind, the nose kind, or the mouth kind?
that's fine.
Because all the Pikmin have that one like human feature, right? The yellow ones have the ears, the blue ones have the mouth, the red ones have the nose.
Very unsettling.
That's
So
fine. Should
Kaya,
I
are you
come
gonna
in
go
for it?
unprompted and poker, or Kim?
Oh, sorry.
Are we doing
I'm
this
going to just
inside or
go ahead and-
outside?
You're just
I'm
gonna
poking
poker?
you.
Okay.
Inside.
Poked her. You guys, I poked her.
Okay.
Got her
Kaya,
right
are
on
you
the shoulder.
resisting?
Just like a tiny drop. That's all I want, Akari.
I stand back non-threateningly and I just roll up my sleeve for it, I guess.
Okay, you get a rapier injection, I guess.
Hell yeah. It's
It
fine.
draws
It's
blood.
fine.
It's the annual flu shot.
I burned
draws
it
blood.
in the fire, so it's clean. It's all good.
Do I take damage for it?
No, if you're willfully doing this, unless you want to take damage, and
thank
Akaya's
you.
gonna kind of not be that careful, or she's going to be forceful, then I'll have her just roll a weapon damage die and like reduce the damage by half, like give you resistance. But other than that, you guys can just not take damage. It's fine with me.
Is everything okay now?
Yes.
There's
Sorry,
like a
the,
pregnant pause where the blood doesn't come out for a second.
I already Eldritch
It's
Blast.
because of how rapiers work. I don't know if you guys know much about rapiers, but I actually studied a lot about this like recently. Rapiers, when they go in, are only deadly because when you pierce through somebody, it pushes fabric into them and it pretty much guarantees an infected wound.
Now you tell us
But
after
she
she's
rolled a-
been stabbed.
She rolled up her
What-
sleeve. There was
but
no
she
fabric.
rolled up her sleeve.
It was just a little cut.
Oh,
She rolled up her
Just
sleeve,
a
and this
little
is
cut.
also
Rolled up
fantasy
her
world, so we're not
sleeve
going to do that. But I'm
and
just saying,
Yeah.
it's really interesting how rapiers are used in combat because they're incredibly deadly,
she
and
doesn't
you
get
don't really
poisoned.
die like right then and there. Usually, unless you're like able to pierce a vital organ, and it bleeds out very quickly. Most of the time, rapiers are like long, painful deaths post mortem.
It's like a
'cause they were
Komodo
used in
dragon
duels.
bite.
Yeah, they were used in duels before we had firearms.
It's time to do it.
Yeah. Anyways, crazy,
On guard.
crazy random rapier facts. I love that weapon now. So there you go. It's a little painful, but she doesn't go very deep in the flesh, so it takes a little while for the blood to come
It's
out.
but a scratch.
I saw Corin, or perhaps another Corin lookalike.
Corin.
We killed him. Did we not? Both of them?
I think that might not
Oh, I
necessarily
wouldn't-
have been
You wouldn't.
the Corin we've known.
Yeah, we saw him explode.
That's not natural for a dragonborn. That's not physiologically accurate.
Did you recognize anyone else we fought yesterday?
No, just individuals. It wasn't very crowded. I did the distraction as planned. With Corin and 3 other strangers. They inspected the distraction and then they tried to break into one of the nearby houses.
It seems like they're trying to check where the sound's coming from, and they might be working their way towards us, so it might be a good opportunity.
Yeah, I think we should go.
I think that
I
it might have
agree.
bought us some time, but I think we need to go. They did seem that they were very violently insistent on trying to find the source of it. But I did think it was a little strange that there was only a few individuals as opposed to a horde.
They might
So
be
I
spread
don't know.
throughout the city.
I don't know if the others are, or if they even require sleep, or where they might be stationed. We can't stay here, so.
No, I don't think so. They'll find us eventually. I think we need to plot a course to the wink and the kiss.
Should we go directly as a straight pass?
We'll need to avoid detection if possible. If one of them spots us, all of them will spot us.
I don't think it's possible to go in a non-discreet pass. Assuming the building is like out, like on the road.
Do any of you guys have disguise kits, or any way to
I do.
make yourselves look more villager-like and stand out less, like dampen the color of your clothes to match what we were fighting? I don't know.
Would it recognize itself, though?
I don't know,
Wait,
my
do we actually have a change of clothes? Wait,
Not in your inventory, you
disguise
don't have
kit.
it.
This pouch of cosmetics, hair dye, and small props. I don't know if that would allow me to like completely change my appearance.
That's what you normally use if you're gonna try and disguise yourself, and then you roll for it, basically.
And you would need another set of clothes if you wanted to hide your clothes. You have to buy
I
those.
don't have anything, guys. We should probably just get going before they get, like, that was the distraction. We need to get moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Where's Rob? I need to send you a quick DM.
And with that, I'm gonna try to peek the door open and look and see if anyone's out there.
You can make a perception check, and just full disclosure, unless you're going out to the edge of the alleyway to start looking, other than the door, you're only going to get so much of the alley's vision, if that makes sense. So regardless of how high you roll, you're only going to see that one little lane, unless you go
Well, can I roll for the alley? I'm just making sure no one's in the alley
outside
first.
of the alley. I mean, you don't even have to roll for this. I'll just use your passive score. There's no one in the alley.
Okay, then I'd walk stealthily to this edge and peek on the street.
Okay, give me a stealth check followed by a perception check.
All right,
I should do
stealth.
that.
We got a 2.
The door creaks open. Like you know that there's this one spot where there's probably needs some oil, and when you open the door, you kind of like trip out the door, and the door like hits that spot, goes, opens up, and you're like, shit. Well, oh well.
Perception. 19.
Oddly enough, the mist has kind of dissipated over the last hour. The morning mist.
Mm-hmm.
Sun kind of peeks through a little bit, although it's kind of overhanging through the clouds. It's almost like these slight beams here and there. Actually, kind of like one of the nicer days you've been here. Eerie enough. There's no one outside.
All right, guys,
No
let's
one.
go.
I'm gonna go up to Bovum. I sent you a DM, Rob. I'm gonna go up to Bovum and just put a hand on his shoulder and say, "Why don't I go first?"
Well,
If
when
I
you
am-
turn around and you see Corin has put a hand on you, and it sounds like Mango speaking to you.
How you do that?
It's a unique skill that I have, but I think it might buy us some time to maybe go a little bit further and check and see if anyone's coming.
I think we should all go together, but
I think
If I were to,
I think just in terms
Go
of seeing
on.
if anybody's out there, so that you're not sticking your head out and them noticing you,
no one's here.
You already did.
the less fighting we have to do going forward, though. I think.
I think we just need to make a break for it.
if I were to invoke the faceless background, would that make me look less conspicuous? Like more as a villager and less as a ranger?
Could this be? Upon donning a disguise and behaving as the persona, you're unidentifiable from your true self. According to the way you've portrayed Hikari so far, you're in that persona now. So unless you want to become your true self, I'll say no.
Ooh.
What is
Spicy.
that?
Can I visually appear to be a villager?
You have a mask on. Are you taking it off?
I would.
So you would have to take your mask off. You would also need to change things with your disguise kit that is reasonable within that, like hair dyes, makeup, the whole 9 yards. But you do not have any other clothes according to your inventory that I'm looking at, unless you have searched and found something that you didn't put in your inventory and didn't tell me about. So you have pretty much your commoner's clothes, and that's it. So
My
your clothes will be the
inventory's-
same, but you can look like a villager on your face and your hair and skin, I guess, if you wanted to kind of be more human or elven. But you would not be able to pass for a halfling or a dwarf because you're too tall.
My clothes it just says clothes, comma, costume. I think that's just one set of clothes.
Correct.
Okay then.
Unless it says in the quantity section, unless it has 2 there, then no, you only have the 1.
Okay, so I don't bother.
Okay.
I'd like to open the book we got on Yartar and look at where generally we are in the city right now and where we need to go to get to the Wink and the Kiss.
So looking at this, you're kind of in what looks to be a shopping district right now. And there's not a whole lot of things here. Like, it's a shopping district in the city, but it's like mostly a shopping district for supplies for farmers because it's near the farming district. So it's kind of like 1 or 2 taverns, a couple of clothing stores, some supplies, like think like farming equipment. Another one would be like feed for animals. And as you're looking at this map, you kind of remember a little bit of what the area was. Some of the buildings are completely like just lost to time. Some of them boarded up. And a little bit down the way, it looks like you got like a really long street, and then there's like a longer street, and then there's another similar shopping district, but it would be mostly for clothes. and maybe like a trade area that would be like pop-up shops for where the farmers would come to trade their goods instead of like bartering instead of actually paying money. And that would be a pop-up area near the Wink and the Kiss. And that is like, so there's going to be a little bit of a stretch of like nothing but farming area between the two, but it's not as long as it looks. Like it sounds like a long way because you have to walk like 20 minutes, but walking 20 minutes is like nothing on a horse. Or, you know, if a bird was flying, it'd be like cooking. Like if you had a car, it'd be like less than a 5-minute drive, but on foot, it's like nothing. It's a little bit, or sorry, it's a little bit longer. So yeah, you're about 20 minutes away. If you guys wanted to, your best guess is you could probably dead ass sprint for like 10 minutes and get there. You really were pushing hard.
Can we stealthily sprint?
To stealth, you have to move at half speed unless you have special hunter unless you have special ranger or a spell or teleportation magic or rogue bullshit.
I do not. Did not know that.
In our travels about town, have we noticed if there's anything growing in the fields? Like, would it be tall enough to run through and
through the field?
Yeah.
Your guess is that you have seen or rather what you can remember is that you have been seeing some things growing, but because this is high summer, it's not quite the fall yet, so it's like not very high yet. This is typically like the mass growing season. Harvest is not here yet.
I'm mostly concerned if we would potentially find anyone in the shopping that would attack us.
I think the our main hurdle here is going to be crossing this open farmland. Looks about a 10-minute sprint if we really push ourselves. But we do run the risk of being spotted.
As the expert in stealth and perception, I think that I should scout ahead first before letting you all proceed to danger.
I mean, as long as you can tell us that danger's coming, I'm absolutely fine with that.
Is
I
there
don't
some
think
way
that
you
would be a
can?
problem.
Is there some way you can signal to us that danger is coming?
I think it would be apparent if I would not be able to get back to you safely. I think that a commotion would occur and you would be able to notice it.
I think if that happens, we'd kind of be right there beside you to help you out. But if you wanna lead, I don't have a problem with that. But I think that we should leave sooner than later, depending on how much time we spend doing this. They might start moving up the houses towards where we're at.
Maybe I could run along. I could run up with her and run back if there's danger, and she could stay there, or I could stay there and fight it, and she could run
Akai
back.
should stay there. She has more health. I'm faster overall.
I can stay there with my bow. She runs back and gets you.
Maybe we should.
I could shoot an arrow as a signal.
I think we should go together, honestly. Just go for it.
Yeah, I think it just
We both have-
pushing order is more of the deciding factor.
If one of us gets there ahead of the others, they're in danger. So we should just get there together.
I agree with that.
I'm okay with that.
Give it a go.
Are we sprinting?
Home's gone.
Or are we
Are you guys running or are you going
stealthily
together?
running?
Like, are you guys kind of going at walking pace, like carefully and perspectively?
I thought we were sprinting.
Did we still have to go through a portion of town before we go through the field?
Yeah, you got about a 10-minute sprint or a 20-minute walk. Depends on what pace you guys are going. If you want to go stealthily, it'll take you half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. But you can
If we go there
stealthily
top
and
speed
very
and we get
carefully. But
noticed.
you guys know that there's going to be open fields about half the journey.
There's no point in trying to stealth through an open field, but we would notice if there's anyone else there. That's the thing.
I think it might be worth it to slow down in the streets where there might be commotion, but fields, I mean, what kind of? Like,
I think it's
no
best
point.
to just go for it.
Sure.
If we only fight one person, we can overwhelm them pretty fast. We can't take on like 2+ people without injury.
All right, let's sprint.
You guys blast through the doors and begin gunning it. With Gwyn slightly behind you, you guys have to slow down here and there because his little legs are not going to carry him quite as fast as the rest of you. However, as you guys run, even your passive perception scores are going to pick up. Once you clear the area, the coast is wide open. Soybean fields for miles on both sides with buildings kind of in the periphery, maybe even houses and scattered throughout the farmlands. And as you go through, you see some figures in the fields. Some of them scarecrows, others pillars, and some of them more people looking and scanning. And even as you sprint, just trying to run past them, there are some people in fields close to the streets. And as you are running past them, they seem to look at you as they hear you running. Just this from the rest of your feet. And as they look at you, they only they're tracking you, and they start running towards the street. And then after a while, they don't really seem to be able to keep up with you, similar to the other ones that you were able to kind of close the gap earlier in the previous day to take out the people in the streets when you guys came across the previous tavern. And as you kind of run out of distance, you notice, maybe if you look back, they stop moving, seem to be a little confused and disoriented in the middle of the streets, and almost give up chasing you.
They definitely noticed us.
Just keep them running.
Why aren't they
I'm not
following?
really paying no mind to them.
I think whatever spell or whatever creature they might be, they can only act in the moment. So we may or may not be already out of memory.
All right.
Hmm.
As you approach the district, there seems to be another T-junction with a singular building that seems to be offset by the rest of them, almost at the T itself. Smaller buildings line the streets in varying sizes, and also seems to be large plots of lands that have been stamped down to time when the bartering had been taking place. Clearly empty because no farmers are in town this morning to do trade. The building in front looks to be a relatively small building with a larger kind of lot of land in the back and a little bit on the sides. And as you approach the building, it looks like a smaller, more run-down building. Every single shutter is boarded and nailed shut. It's a single-story building with not really much description besides a slowly swinging sign with a pair of open lips that seems to go around an eye.
Is this the wink and the kiss?
There's a mailbox out front as well that seems to be rusted. Or sorry, let me go back. Shutters are boarded up on a single-story building as every window is also worn. Sorry, boarded up on every window. There also seems to be what looks to be a very worn and well-used welcome mat outside the front door, and a mailbox as you approach outside is rusted, and a spider's web spans the gap where letters might be placed. The door is shut, but looks to have some sort of lock on it, like a locked bar across the door to kind of block entry. And again, above the doorknob, a small rune.
A rune? Like a symbol rune? Or...
Make an Arcana check if you want to try to identify it.
Can I try and do that too?
If you're proficient in the Arcana skill or you're playing a bard.
Mango should do it.
You're crazy.
This is what would be qualified as an abjuration wound.
I'm not familiar with that. 1 second.
Rune could be something that is meant for protection, or it could just be to set off an alarm. It could also just be something that is to monitor entry. And in addition, there are other runes that you know about, that when the runes are placed, you're only going to see the symbol if someone wants you to see it, or you're looking for something that's hidden. This does not seem to be hidden. So it is either probably used to bar entry and warn people to enter. It could also be an alternative way of unlocking this mechanical lock. There's spells like Arcane Lock that you can like cast Dispel Magic, or you can cast a spell again. If you're a wizard, you can get rid of it. So there's all kinds of things that are like, or you can cast the knock spell, which sounds like a very loud boom, and then the door opens. Those type of things are how you unlock things as wizards. They typically like to have some sort of magical barred entry. But it definitely looks like this door is sealed one or two ways, potentially. If it's just one, then this might just be a way of monitoring the entrance, but you're not sure what magic is inside of the rune, only that the rune itself is abjuration.
Is there a way to destroy this rune without dispel magic by disrupting some of the pattern with like a knife or some other form of magic?
No.
Is this door booby-trapped, or is it perhaps locked to keep people out? Because it's dangerous inside, perhaps.
Oh, is this
Well,
rune a
I
trap?
will tell you this because you got a natural 20, Mango. As you inspect the rune, it doesn't really seem to be giving off anything other than... how do I put this? It doesn't look like it's going to harm any of the people that are coming by. It definitely looks more defensive in orientation rather than something that is meant to kind of attack foes. Your guess is that by these type of magics, because you rolled a natural 20, dude. So like this is very high. If you get within range of something that like a rune, they don't really delineate much. It's like if you get close, it goes off.
Right.
But you guys drew near to this, you checked it out, and then you got closer to it again, and that's it. It's still there.
I don't think that.
So if this thing wanted to hurt you, it would have already done so.
Okay. I don't think that this rune will hurt us. I say after looking at it. I think that the thing we're after might know that we're coming and where we're at, though. But
I can check to see if anyone's inside.
Check what?
I can try to check if anyone's inside or not. If there's anything hunkering inside.
How about we just try to open it?
Are there any, I don't know, windows we can crawl through? Or
Let's just have everyone roll a perception check or investigation. Actually, let's do investigation. We do too many perception checks. Everyone roll investigation, please, because you're trying to find a way in.
I don't see anything.
12.
13.
12, okay.
19.
I got a 5.
I got a 10.
It's a 12.
13.
-2.
13.
13.
Mango?
19.
Oh.
Damn, Mango.
Mango is like
Nice.
immediately following up on this. Is kind of as vision opens up from inspecting something. It's kind of the gears are starting to click. There's got to be a better way in. Building looks to have been a brilliant place to enter at one point, but now lies shut with tight. Sorry, but now lies shut tight. Peeling paint on the outside. The location seems like it really hasn't been too unkempt over the years. If you can look past the thorny briar bushes that rise up to claim the building on both the left and right sides of the front door. Briar bushes also come out of small to longer gardens on the locations that are to the left and right of the door. The door is completely centered on the small building. And these rose bushes, or these potentially could have been rose bushes at one time before they became overgrown, just briar patches. And then it
Mango.
clicks. Mango. For you, as you rest of you are kind of like looking at these boards, there's no way to really get in. The boards are completely like multiple boards on multiple sections. Like we're talking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, board, and then X pattern. So it would take a long time to get through this shit. Mango's like, of course, the most obvious solution has got to be where it is. He lifts the doormat and there's a key.
Obviously. I mean, we all would have found it eventually. You know what I mean?
On the key's head is a matching rune.
Hey, I think that might go to the lock.
Great work, Scooby Gang.
Can I touch the rune to the other rune? Does it do anything?
The rune dissipates. And as you flip the key around to start putting it in the door, the bar just goes and opens.
In we go, and I open the door.
Do we see anything inside?
Inside is a small lobby area that greets you with furnishings pressed up against the wall as if it had just finished and closed. Front desk is a counter with a small register that has a kind of, or without a register, that has a small square space that once rested a register, where the wood is clearly better stained in that area because it hasn't been subjected to the elements. All the keys on the back wall have once been removed to just reveal just a long wall of hooks. And there actually ends up being a staircase that leads upstairs in a single-story building, and a door next to that staircase as well. Behind the front desk is a countertop. Behind the front desk countertop is a closed door. And another set of double doors looks to lead to what you can guess is just a broom or coat closet on the left side of the room. And last, a hallway leads to the back side of the main floor. But it doesn't seem that the hallway has really anything besides a door at the very back to lead to the back lot.
Should we lock the door behind us?
Nah. They probably know where the key's at.
We took the key with us.
Is there a door?
If you guys are lost and you need more information, I can just read it again. That's fine.
I'd like to.
Can you please do that?
It was.
You guys want me to read it again? Okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
I'll draw a little map.
A small lobbied area greets you with furnishings pressed up against the walls, various couches, tables, and chairs, as if it was just closed. The front desk is just a countertop without a register that has a small square space that has been not subjected to the elements, therefore revealing that probably at one point was the register. All of the keys on the back wall have been removed, and the long wall with the hooks on them is the only thing that is left. There's a staircase that leads upstairs and a door immediately next to it. Behind the front desk is behind the front desk countertop is a closed door there. And another set of double doors looks to lead to what you can only guess is a small broom closet or coat closet near the left side of the room. And last, there's a hallway that leads to the back lot. Also, small addendum, that hallway has another door that seems to lead to another room that that has a sign on the front, but you can't read the sign on that door because you're just walking in the front door. There seems to be a sign on that door. And there is a boarded up window in the back lot door down the hall.
I'd like to go check that closet. Just want to check it because it's right there.
You're just gonna open the closet?
Her?
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Inside of the closet, it's just a wide unlocked closet, and it smells real nasty. And like as you open it, you just hear a bunch of moths just kind of
Okay.
come out.
Okay.
There's a wide chest in the base and a bunch of hangers on a coat rack.
A chest.
Can I search the chest?
Can you what the chest?
Can I look in it?
Yeah, actually, you find that the chest is unlocked.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna rummage in it. What do I find?
There's 2 health potions,
Oh, nice.
Health potions?
2
Oh.
potions of healing, a rusted dagger, a healer's kit, a winter cloak, an umbrella, lots of spare loose bandages, seem to not have been used, and a wineskin full of rubbing alcohol.
Okay. I'd like to take all of that. Can I ask if anybody needs anything in particular at the moment?
I think you could use the healer's kit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take them with me, and like we can just divvy up the rest if it's too much to carry, or I can just carry all of it.
That
How much-
cloak looks mighty warm.
Sorry,
Mind
the
if I-
dagger's not rusted. Dagger's normal, just normal dagger.
All right, I would
think
like the
that-
dagger, especially,
Okay.
and then the rest of it, if anybody needs anything. Otherwise, I'll just take it,
I
especially the
want the
healing.
winter coat.
I think
Cloak, not coat.
I'll take the cloak.
Alright. That could help you with your disguise.
Wait, I thought we were at the kiss.
Do you
Oh,
have-
I guess we don't really need it anymore.
Wait, what?
Anyway, go for it. What was the question?
Arrow, did you say something?
I thought we were at the wink and the kiss already.
You are.
Yeah, so why do we need a disguise?
Because it's free.
Just adding.
There's
to what
no
he already
point.
does. Yeah, but who are we to judge what her card is? Both. Do you have the ability to summon an extra hand if you need it?
No, I don't have mage hand.
If you give me one of those health potions, my hand that you've seen me using occasionally can travel 30 feet with that.
Alright.
If any of you need it.
It's
As long as
yours.
I'm not taken out.
I'll keep one. There's 2, he said, right?
I think you have a healer's kit though, and then 2 health potions.
I do have a healer kit. So now 2.
It
Does
might
that
be
mean I
better
can
if
heal more?
Well, you can,
Or
you
can I
drink
one?
and then you can heal either yourself or someone else with the healer's kit. But
Yeah.
I'd recommend Akaya is maybe the healing potion to somebody else, just in case you go down. Then it both.
Well, I was gonna give you one. Did somebody else? I could give one to Gwen.
Okay.
No, before dawn, that's not correct.
Where do I add it?
Sorry, I'm looking at your picture you put in the DnD thing.
Oh.
So okay, I'm gonna do this again just from my point of view. If you look at top down, okay? Windows on the back side, on the bottom of the map. You're looking at the square, right? Down here, flower beds and windows. Front door. Okay? Dragging with me? Okay, on the left side, broom closet. That's the whole wall, broom closet. With double doors to get in there. Okay.
Oh.
Directly in front of you is a hallway, all the way to the back lot. Okay. Then on the right of the hallway, there's a staircase, and to the right of that is another door. Okay. The right side is just complete lobby. There's even maybe a fireplace over there. Okay. Just a lobby with a bunch of shit pushed up against
Let's
the wall.
go down
okay?
the stairs.
On the left side is the counter to the right next to the broom closet. There's just a counter all the way over to the hallway. Then behind the counter is a bunch of keys on pegs that would have been there at one time for rooms. But the only thing that remains is the hooks and a door. Down
I'd like
the
to
hallway,
open that.
there's another door that is on the left side, kind of pointing towards maybe a back room behind the countertop. You're not sure. And there's a sign on that door. That's it.
Let's go down the stairs.
There are no stairs.
Not yet.
There's only stairs up.
So this is where Roll20 saves me a shit ton of time, but
You're not wrong. I'm gonna go check
I'd like
out the
to-
sign. Oh, sorry, you go, Gwen.
I want to read that sign first.
the sign
Sorry,
said
you're gonna
staff.
do, Gwen.
Stuff?
Staff.
Okay.
Better yet,
I
just
want-
the staff only.
I want to open the door that's behind the front desk.
So you're gonna hop over the desk.
Can I not walk around it?
No.
I'm gonna. I'll
There's no
hop.
way to go in and out of the desk. You have to go over the countertop, basically. It's like a bar.
Oh, yeah.
Bovum, be careful. You're so frail.
I'll be fine.
Okay, you hop over the countertop with Hikari, both of you, and the door's locked.
Okay. Do you want to break in it?
Maybe that key works. Here, too.
Toss it above him.
Try
Do I
that.
have to roll to catch it?
Attack roll?
No,
I
you can
have
catch
to.
it. You can catch it. You guys are like very close.
Alright, I try to unlock.
He doesn't even go in.
Well, that ain't.
It's like a skeleton key into more of a rigid keyhole.
Any ideas how we break this lock?
How frail is this door?
Hey, Kim. I mean,
But
Akaya.
Mm-hmm.
You should break the lock with your rapier.
I'd rather try the dagger. I'll give it a shot.
What are
Alright.
you attacking at the door?
I don't want to break the rapier. I feel like it's delicate. I'll stick the tip of the dagger in it and see if I can finagle it.
I stand back.
Are you sticking the dagger into the lock, or are you sticking the dagger in a different place?
The lock.
I stand way back.
Make a general dexterity check with disadvantage.
How do I do disadvantage? What does that mean?
So you right click it and then or long tap it, and then you can select disadvantage and just go over to your dexterity score and do it there.
Disadvantage also just means that you roll 2 die and you take the lower one. And rolling with advantage is you roll 2 die and you take the higher one.
8.
Yep. 8. Dagger kind of chips a little bit at the metal, but it's like more bending than chipping because it's metal. It just doesn't really go in. Daggers are usually about like this long. They're like for stabbing shit.
Should I just break the entire door down?
That's unfortunate.
They're not for lockpicking.
I'd like to move some of the furnishings to try and block the door, the main
Same.
door.
Okay, that's fine. There's no checks required. You're pretty strong, so.
I'm gonna head.
Use a chair to prop up against the door so it can't open in.
I'm gonna go to the door that's beside the stairs up and check and see if it's locked.
It's unlocked. It's not locked.
I'm going to open it. What's inside?
Pathway of stairs leading down.
Hey guys, I found the path down.
Wait, so the stairs go up and then they open into a door that goes down again?
Let's go down.
There's this open like staircase up and a door next to it. Oh, Fragan, open that door and there's a staircase that goes down. Now,
What is that
when
noise?
Sorry,
people that are now behind the countertop is Akaya, Bovum, and Hikari. You don't have to make a check for this, but this is a countertop for staff members. So there's a couple of chairs that are kind of propped up against the walls. Now that you're looking kind of around the area rather than just the door itself and the hooks. And then there's like some shelves and stuff like underneath of the counter. So think of it like a bank, right? They always have their like emergency button that they'll hit when they get robbed, or they might like put papers or something underneath of the desks. Like that's the type of desk that you have, or countertop that you would have here. There's like definitely lots of rows of things. They could put like a beverage, they could put paperwork, they could even have like a little lockbox for extra petty cash that they can load into the register if they need to, stuff like that.
This is an inn, right?
Is this an abandoned place? It is. It's like abandoned.
Like, this is a hotel. This is an inn, right? This is not a restaurant?
I've given you all the information already.
Wait, so if this is
It's
an inn, then shouldn't there be, like, dormitories or rooms for patrons?
I think this was a tavern. at one
we should
point. A very
probably
popular
go
tavern.
down the stairs because considering we were looking for something underground.
Yeah. Can I like search under the register shelves? I
I'd
see if
like to
there's
check the.
One of them hops over the register and goes towards the stairs.
any. Go for it.
I
I'm
want to
down.
check the staff room first. Akaya, are you with me?
Okay, so slight addendum. It looks like I did tell you guys it used to be a tavern. I'm gonna say this is a tavern and an inn. It's a combined one.
I feel like I heard that was an inn and a tavern at one point.
Yeah, we'll just say, make it cleared up that it's both.
Yeah.
I guess both of them is
I
not
wanna go
interested in.
downstairs. I wanted to check under the register real quick.
You're gonna check under the register?
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check, please.
17.
Okay, the register is actually under there, and it looks like there's something behind the register, or some things like a small little lockbox.
All right, I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, inside the lockbox is a there's like no lock. It's just kind of like the one that has a little sling latch, almost like a jewelry case, but it's a little bit taller. Inside of it is another healing potion, a relatively large box of incense, and a key marked 202.
All right, I'm gonna keep the key, give the incense to Mango, and the healing potion to Bovum because he's antsy, and then I'll get going down.
I want to check the staff room.
Question.
Can I try the door?
Why do
Door's
I have
locked.
incense in my hands right now?
I don't know. Aren't you like a mage or something? I don't know what to do with incense. It's just a plant to me. You can throw it away if you want, but I thought you might know this.
If we get through this together, we should smoke it later.
Oh, I'm down.
Excellent.
What else did you find in there?
It has this thing. It says 202 on it. Label. I don't know what that means. Do you guys?
Maybe.
It might be just
Was
a
this
room
an
in
inn?
here.
Maybe
Maybe
there's a
yeah.
room key.
Yeah.
I mean, if this
Maybe we
place
should-
is going to be shitting out healing potions for us, we should probably go and check out room 202 before
Yeah.
we go down.
There's an entire closet behind the staff room that we could break down. There's a staff room that probably has a whole fridge. Who knows?
Sure, let's
Do you
go
want
check
some-
the staff room, perhaps.
It's locked. I need someone to break it down. Bovum, would you break it down?
I'm not strong.
If Akaya's going to go upstairs, I'm going to go with her.
I'll go to
I would
202.
follow-
I want to go to
I
202.
think we need to go downstairs though.
Why?
Think-
Wait. Why do you want to go downstairs? I'm okay. Like
It's
hearing you
something
out.
underground that we are after.
Yeah, there's something.
That is literally what was said.
But this is
I think
also
it would behoove us to get a lay of the land here and maybe some hints of what we're about to face.
Good.
We may or
Okay,
may
so I
not be
thought
here for quite a
202.
while.
It's all-
Maybe
So
there's
I'd like
weapon.
to understand the area.
There was a mention of a labyrinth,
Yeah.
which we may. I don't know how good you are at labyrinths, Bovum, but we may need some
Oh my God.
Both of them is like,
need
that's
some
right.
assistance there.
Yeah, see,
That's the way.
I shake my head and be like, really, Gwen? To be
That's
fair,
great.
though, I was actually going to say, while we were running in the fields, if I would have looked back at Gwen, did I see him waddle like a penguin?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. It was beautiful. I didn't want to presume that you would take after your totem, like some people.
Primary
really
method of
do that.
locomotion.
But I think both of them. I think that we should go downstairs, but I also think that like we were ill prepared with the villagers, and Akai almost died. Like we're getting healing potions now, and just a couple more checks, I think might. If we're not already well prepared, we might be better prepared by checking these things out and just making sure that nothing is lurking in here to come down after us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the room with the key.
I prefer to check the other rooms first.
I mean, we can
Split
check.
the party.
Okay, so
I
3
don't
people
think-
are going upstairs. Bovum's going downstairs, and Hikari's trying to pry open.
I'm not going downstairs without other people.
Looks like
No,
we should go with
that is
majority
not
rules.
happening.
We should go with majority rules, and it might come down to Gwen.
I think we should just go straight downstairs. We don't know if people could be in danger still. Like, we could be saving lives if we get down there quicker.
Let's save ourselves first.
I'd say let's search room 202, see if we can find a way into the staff room, and then we can head downstairs.
Okay, so you guys are going where?
Wait,
Two
do
of two.
we know where the rooms are, like the patron rooms?
They're upstairs.
We're gonna go up, Akaya, I think, because two.
That's
right?
what I'm looking for. You're going upstairs.
Alright, let's go upstairs.
And you guys go upstairs to what looks to be a narrow and low-hanging ceiling in a converted attic. There are 4 doors.
Are they labeled?
I'm gonna open up the wrong thing here. Okay. Upstairs there are 2 rooms labeled 201 and 202. There is another room that is labeled shit, I had the name on this before. I'm gonna say that one of them is just named like one of the doors is just open, like there's not a door on the hinges anymore. It's just an open room that seems to be empty. And then there is another one that just says closet.
I want to check the doorless room.
Actually, you know what? I'll say it says lockers. That makes more sense to me. So the 4th room is lockers. So 201, 202, lockers and an empty door frame. Probably just to like dump your shit. If you're just staying overnight, or if you want to play prank on somebody and throw them in there, fine. But
Can I check for any traps near the 202 room?
give me an
202
investigation
door.
check.
Four?
You don't find any traps.
Can I listen if there's anything behind the door?
You put your ear up against the door.
Yeah.
Perception.
18.
You don't hear anything.
Alrighty, Akaya, you're up.
I'd like to check the closet.
Hey, Grayson, you better run.
The closet's locked. Locker room, rather. It's locked.
Can
I
I
check.
And the key doesn't work for that.
I will try to open the door.
I checked the doorless room.
Unless you have the 202 key, you cannot open the door.
Okay.
Don't I? I have the 202 key, right?
Yes,
I'm gonna open
both of them said he was opening the door and he doesn't have the key.
it. Okay. But you said the key does
Open
not
the door.
I want to check the doorless room.
Did you say the key does not work, Rob?
No. I said that Bovum couldn't open the door because he doesn't have the key. Only you can open the door because you have the key, Kim.
Alright, I'm
Alright, give me the key.
door.
Go.
No, let me open the door. I'm opening the door.
Okay.
I opened the door. I thought we already opened the door.
I want to be prepared for potential combat when the door opens.
I'm
I have my
not.
dagger out.
Mm. The door creaks open. And the first thing you notice is the smell. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
There's something smelly.
Just stanky.
It's a smelly smell. That smells kind of smelly.
Alright, I'll be right back.
I might need to cast Detect Evil and Good sometime soon. Just to have like a perception of whether or not there's anything else here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal FP Styx' team. Dang it lagged at the same moment.
What's that team?
It's Charizard, Venusaur, Kingdra. I suck at this thing. I'm trying to see what Charizard it was, but it lagged at the same moment, and then their opponent switched. His opponent switched, so he did too.
Probably Fire Spin. Fire Spin or
Mhm.
Wind Attack.
I think
I've been
it's-
trying Wind Attack side.
Wing
Wind
attack.
It doesn't do that much damage.
No. It charges the charge moves faster.
Yeah.
And it's not resisted by the dragons and waters.
I dropped like 50 points because of lag. Terrible. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going.
I have to go like this. Like the first time.
Some session, like, wow. Exactly. I mean, like after the whole beginning section, it was like pretty much after that, I was like, okay, I don't really have anything planned for this part, but the rest of it is just like by the book. And by the book, I mean by what I wrote. I'm gonna do this one now. Beam, beam, beam.
Also, I dropped 200 points, but that's because I'm throwing games and I'm trying to snipe Nick.
Aren't those synonymous?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, in fact they are. He doesn't know it yet. Actually, he does, because he's like, we're back on the climb, and I was like, maybe we'll have a more meaningful interaction than just me in your chat. And then I put the gif of a sniper loading a gun. He had no response for that.
Yep. I got sniped by one of my viewers yesterday. And I think he knows, he's like one of the few viewers that knows that I don't like free wins, but he definitely, I feel like he said nice catch after the game, and I feel like he was trolling me because I like caught a move when they were supposed to throw an ice beam, and I caught a surf on a Lapras from a Lapras. So I don't know if he was trolling me because he just threw the surf there when I moved, because it definitely seemed a bit slow. Either that or he like queued it up really late. The game was laggy, and then I shielded an Earth Power, which is exactly what I needed to win on my Nidoqueen mirror after it got in there, and it was a very close game. It was like super close despite that, and
well, because he knows you'd cuss him out if you knew that he was actually giving you the game, maybe.
well, I don't cuss them out if they give me the game. I just like, you guys know that I don't like free games, but I'll take it, I guess. Because even Fine Panic almost beat me, because I had to like basically, I was like, well, if Panic is playing this the way I think he's playing this, he's throwing the big moves, and as long as I shield the correct moves, like with no baits, he's not gonna bait me. And I was right. He didn't bait me a single time. He threw the big move, and I shielded both of them, and I won. So he played a team that sniped me, that was like hard counter front line, hard counter swap in, but he knew that if I was running like, because he was running a Charizard, I still counter their counter swap because he is running double fire. So it's like,
Yeah.
all I have to do is shield the first blast burn and I can win that. So
Nice.
I bought Butters last night.
oh wow, where's he at?
2700, about. Like me.
Did he hit legend already though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hit it with what do you call it? Pile of swine.
He's insane, dude.
I only beat him because he was using a meme. Shadow Evire.
Yeah. The last time I faced him was when it was T-Tar. And I was like, what? So I messaged him. I was like, nice.
What are you doing?
Shadow T-Tar. Me?
You want to lose to every counter user that exists in this format? Like, is that what we're going for?
I mean, maybe.
T-Tar even loses to Sylveon.
I think T-Tar takes like Shadow T-Tar takes like what 4 hits and it's dead.
Yeah.
Surprise. Do you guys like my
Although
I started last night at 2800 and I ended at 2750. I had multiple games that I guaranteed win, but like I lagged. Like the app froze. Like it's a daily thing now. At least one game per day.
I think it happened twice or 3 times. I got a free refund, and I had a forced overtap yesterday, all on the same day.
Don't quote me on that.
And by forced overtap, I mean like I tapped the surf. Like I had a move. I was literally just like 1, 2, 3, 4 surf on Lapras, right?
Yeah.
And we both lagged on the 4th one because we're both trying to he was either trying to CMP me or we're both trying to do the same thing. And I hit the surf and it throws an ice shard. Like you literally see the surf button pop up and get big when you hit it, and then it just throws an ice shard. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it got big.
I got
today
refunded and they didn't even switch. Like, what the hell?
Today people are saying that it's faster.
Saying what's faster?
The game since the service stuff completed. Don't take my word for it though. Or
Is it completed?
Yeah, that's what they said. As of like 4 or 5 hours ago.
Matt, open my gifts.
Oh, I'm probably worse than Arrow at gift opening.
Matt, can I add you?
Yeah, definitely.
I've opened Max gifts already today.
Matt, I appreciate you, but you not opening gifts is a real problem for me.
Thanks for letting me know, Pregan.
Presents and you will like it.
I'm
It's like
almost
throwing
best
up
friends
Christmas
with
and
them.
everyone's just taking their gifts home. What the fuck, man?
I'm almost best friends with Rob.
Yeah. I finally started opening more gifts from specific people, and I was able to like punch up a bunch of people to like besties or ultra so they could, you know, have it in the ball in their court. And now I'm prioritizing sending and opening gifts on my egg list of people that are marked for leveling up friendship for people that aren't 50 yet. What, Carrie? I can't really.
I think I've been ultra with Kim for like maybe over a year.
I don't know.
I don't think I have
Okay.
deal.
Is everyone ready to play? Is everyone back?
I'm here. I'm just watching FP6.
Arrow? He's deafened, isn't he? Isn't that what the symbol is?
Yeah, he's definitely.
Everything's going wrong here.
Ooh, Carrie, there's a letter from the producers for Final Fantasy right now. It's going on right now.
She's like, you're just gonna see Carrie.
Haven't you been playing a bunch?
But yeah, if you guys want to tank a lot, use Ampharos lead.
It's bad.
Facts.
You lose to Dragonite.
Well, I mean, you're not kidding.
Riptol Electrode.
Ripped. No, it's a lighthouse. Bro.
It's so sad that like you have super effective damage against Dragonite and you still lose that matchup. Like that's how bad electric types are right now.
Wait, is electric not resisted by dragon?
It is.
It is, so it's neutral damage with stab instead of
Oh.
anything because he's flying.
Although,
It's the same situation with grass or electric against Kingdra. Right?
Yes.
Doesn't dragon resist grass too?
I mean,
Dragon's OP.
it doesn't help that I use a shadow too. So.
Hey, Matt. What would you say
Yeah.
the percentage of neutral matchups that Neo Queen wins? It's got to be like 85%, right?
Probably, especially if you two shield.
Ridiculous.
90. Actually, you know what? You don't even need to ask Matt. Just go.
You want to
ask
see
Frosty.
something depressing? You know how like most Pokemon can win like a 2v1 with shields, right? 2 versus 1 shields. Nidoqueen like
They pushed it to the
can beat
side.
almost everything. Like, it's so
Did everyone hear?
Empoleon.
Did everyone who's here get an email from Twitch? Hold on, let me mute him. About running ads on your stream, because I ran them. I did their thing. You have to run like 1 minute of ads every 30 minutes or something. I didn't notice. I think it's just the ones that pop up in the bottom. But I got like $8 from my stream the day before yesterday from ads, which is like 8 times as much as I've ever gotten.
Nice.
So apparently it is a thing. Thought I'd mention, especially to Arrow with his large number of viewers. And like Rob, you stream like quite a bit, and like you guys are pretty like active and regular.
Guys,
What?
There's a Pikmin Blue Community Day.
Oh my gosh!
Gotta get that shiny.
I don't even know what the
Played
hell
the game
that
for
is.
like 2 days and already uninstalled it.
It's November 13th, 9 a.m. till 6.
Dude, it's
Unless that's
it's gonna get the Harry
PvP.
Potter
Yeah.
treatment, dude.
I'm gonna change my battery.
I wonder how much different this game would have been if Carrie was in it.
Well, from the way I've seen things, you guys don't listen to pretty much anything each other says anyways, so it doesn't matter if Carrie's in the game or not. You guys all do what the fuck you want.
You're not.
All right. She's here. Hello.
No, he's not wrong. He's not Rob.
Carrie looks cute.
Yay!
Yeah, Carrie and I.
Energy ball.
I don't care what you say, Rob. Carrie and I have already set a date to play D&D together. We're inviting
yeah,
Dally.
sure.
You may or may not be included.
I want to play.
All right. You guys ready to play then?
Let's
I'm ready.
go.
Yeah.
Alright, cue scary music.
Bone Storm.
We're gonna find Corin's dead body.
Where is this one? The door creaks open into room 202 on the second floor. And the first thing that you notice is the smell. Rot. Garbage. Old plants that just seem to have decayed. Trimmed rose bushes and petals that are blackened on the floor. Pushed up against the wall. Dust settles. Maybe even a few garbage bags of things and leaves just on the ground. And then, coming from the center of the room, is kind of another smell. If you've ever been around kind of an area with a lot of dried blood, there's a single trash can in the center of the back wall. That has been, everything's kind of been pushed up against the walls. And in the garbage can, there seems to be something inside, but kind of as you're looking from the door, you can't really see anything too well from your current position.
How large is the room?
Tiny. It's like maybe 20 by 20 max. Like a studio apartment, maybe smaller.
I open the trash can and look inside.
Lifting the lid off of the trash can, you see inside, from the bottom to the top, bloody bandages. Soaked and then dried.
What the fuck's in there, Akari?
Bandages. It looks a little ritualistic, I believe. It's just a whole swath of bandages. Like, I expected a body, honestly, but this almost feels ritualistic. It's not like an ordinary, they're not ordinary discarded bandages.
What makes them unordinary?
I mean, bandages are meant to be used and discarded, but this is more than just using a bandage. This is enough to envelop an entire body.
Hmm.
I can't
But-
tell if this was used to wrap a wound, or if it was used to wrap something up entirely.
Is there anything else in there?
It's just... Can I dig around in it?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
I need to wash my hands after this.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, at the bottom, there seems to be a couple of towels that at one time were white and now are
Not white.
stiff with dried blood.
This is a lot of blood. This is maybe a fatal amount of blood. So this definitely was not used to dress any
What
small
was
wound.
the result of your check again?
13.
Yeah, okay. As she's thumbing through this, you guys are noticing that these are like thick bandages. Like tall, kind of like full wrap type bandages.
Gauze.
Almost gauze-like, yeah. Meant to soak blood, like in their main purpose.
What were they doing in this place?
This was not used to dress wound. This I think there was a surgery / ritual in here. Alright. I'd like to check the room without a door. Back in the hallway.
There are 2 doors.
I thought you said there were 4 total.
3 doors, 1 opening. 4th
Oh,
room is an
okay.
empty room with no door.
Can I check that room?
It's empty.
Okay.
Literally nothing in there.
Is it clean?
No. It's dusty.
Do you want to check room 101? Or 201? We'd have to break it down.
Sure, we could give it a try.
It's locked.
What material is the door made out of?
Wood.
I'll give
Can
it
I
a kick.
Give me an athletics check, please.
4.
Can I
Man,
kick
it is not
like
your
right
day.
on the hinges, and it like you can hear a metal bar on the inside.
Seems like it's barred.
From the inside? That must mean that something is inside. Or has died inside.
No, I mean the door is. There's something
It's
blocking
barred.
the door.
Yeah, so something from inside must have set that up. Which must mean that there is something, or was something inside there, that has potentially died. You can't bar it from the inside, from the outside.
Well, I mean, I personally don't want to do it, but if another one of y'all want to use your Misty Step,
You won't be able to. You have to be able to see the location that you're going in.
you have to have a rough idea.
No, you have to be able to see it.
Oh, Sag.
Is there a loophole where we can like crouch and look at the gap underneath the door?
You're only gonna really see underneath the door. I don't know how many of you have ever tried to stick your eye next to the door and look under it into another room. It's basically impossible to look through.
But you would be able to see the floor of the room, right?
Not enough space to see where you can teleport to. Otherwise, you'd teleport into the door.
Is this door just locked?
But can I just
Yes.
observe? Can I just observe it?
My goodness.
Like press my face down on the floor and like peer underneath the crack.
Sure, give me a perception check with disadvantage, please.
All right.
While she does that, can I just go up and Eldritch Blast the lock?
The lock.
Like where the lock is situated and just blow it away.
Give me an attack.
11.
You don't see anything but the floor.
This is... God, I lost my thing. To hit
Just roll damage.
7. Oh, just roll damage?
Sorry.
10, right?
10.
No, sorry, 11.
The lock explodes. There's a
You guys are
rusted
having-
piece of.
Yeah. You guys seem to be having some trouble, and I just pushed the door inward for him. Or outward, whatever it is.
You push the door into some kind of metal thing. It just kind of opens at a crack. And just...
No need to show off.
Still
Doesn't-
barred.
doesn't really open much more than like a little bit. And if you peek through, you can't really see anything. It's just like the whole wall's kind of been filled with something.
Oh, God.
The wall?
Wait. I don't have anything that causes light. Does anybody have anything that can shed light in here? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna start walking. I don't want to know. Based on
I'd
the
like
data
to
we've
use
been
my.
having-
Can I try to use my sword to try to unhinge the bar from the outside?
It's not. Now you're not really even seeing a bar. It almost looks like a metal, like.
Like a gate?
No, it's not even a gate. It's like it's a very large kind of like metal box that's just kind of like sealing the floor, just like right in front of the door.
Oh, like a huge safe is in front of the door.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And as
It's
you're kind of like trying to
definitely
push the door open, you notice that the safe, or rather this big kind of metal surface, is kind of like. Actually, make a perception check
Oh my God.
if anyone wants to look.
dark. I'm gonna do that.
Nope.
I'll make a perception check.
Nope. I don't want to know.
23.
I'm not even gonna say.
Akaya, you notice that in this little crack where the kind of safe is breaking the door, you can see that the safe is actually not touching the floor.
Oh shit, it's just floating there like Mango did that one time? Okay, I'm gonna tell you, hey guys, look at this safe. It's just hovering. It's not touching the ground.
There's no bodies and shit.
It's kind
Some
of
bodies?
like as you hit
No
that
bodies.
safe, it kind of like shakes a little bit.
Oh man.
Is
Can I
it
try the
alive?
key? I'm gonna
Might
try
be
my
alive.
key in it.
It's not even a safe. I'm just using that because that's what Hikari said. It's basically a big like
Okay.
iron block that's
A
turned
huge
around.
block.
Goodness. Okay.
If I
Kaya,
push
wanna-
against the door, how much resistance do I get from it?
From the door. Like you can't push the door open. It's like you keep hitting this like metal thing, and the thing keeps like going and shaking like in the air.
So it's vibrating, okay. I'm not sure if it's alive. But unless you want to completely melt
Can we
the door
shift it?
down.
Like, can we try to shift it because it's not touching anything?
If you all
You're gonna try, like,
collectively
move it with
push
your
against
hand. You
it,
mean like
Like,
reach into
when-
the
like-
Oh
door
my
and
God.
push it over?
that might be dangerous. This is definitely abnormal.
Dragons.
Happy normal.
Can I summon my mage hand from like 20 feet away and just throw it in and touch the thing with the mage hand?
That was
Can you read
perfectly
the
timed.
mage hand ability to me really quickly?
Spectral floating hand appears at the point you choose within range. The hand lasts the duration until you dismiss it as an action. The hand vanishes if it's ever more than 30 feet away from you. Or if you cast the spell again, you can use your action to control the hand, manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, store or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of the vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. So I can touch things with it.
I mean, the hand's not going to really have much of a good time. It's going to be like trying to like move in and around the door frame just to touch the metal thing. And if this is as big of a metal as possible, you're just going to basically touch the metal thing and it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't even give because you can only push like 10 pounds. And Akaya's like putting her weight into the door to like move that thing.
If Mango uses his mage hand, can he feel the tactile of the block?
No, I can't. It's a separate entity. You can only just manipulate things with it. Someone touch it. Bovum, I need you here for a second. You seem really anxious to do things. You should touch this block in here and see what happens.
Alright, cool. Boom.
Fuck.
You touch the block?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's gonna get his ass.
The first thing that you notice is that your hand doesn't actually end up contacting the block. There's like a
Oh,
little
okay,
bit
cool.
of a gap between your hand and the block. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, of course it's strength.
Fuck.
He's gonna die.
Sorry, dexterity, Bovum.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh god.
Can I take the base roll and add the modifier that way?
No, you have to roll it again.
Aww. Yeah, that's not good. It would have been
You're
a
gonna have to
14.
lucky that, or else you're gonna die. You're gonna get possessed.
Yeah, I'll get 9. It doesn't matter.
Make sure you mark off that lucky point. As you
Yeah.
touch this little substance, you're kind of like, what the hell? And as you pull your hand away to kind of look at it, because it's like in the door frame, you notice that the stuff you touched kind of goes over your hand, almost like jello. And then your hand sucks Bovum into the room and the door closes.
Oh.
I guess.
Bye!
Can we... Well, the door closes, but it still is able to swing open, right? Because there's no lock or hinge. Or there's no, like... Okay.
Should be.
So-
What do I do, Rob?
I'll let you guys know in a second. I'm gonna let all of the other players kind of have an action, and then we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh,
It's a mimic.
Alrighty then.
I'm going to... I will throw an Eldritch Blast at it. Through the blasted hole. Because there'll be space.
Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
You're at point blank. You have to open the door.
11?
Hit. Roll damage.
Wait. Oh no, there's more. Never mind. Ha. Ha ha. Fuck, where did my dice go?
The mini boss.
12. 12 points of damage.
Okay. Who's next?
Is it possible for me to activate Hunter's Sense on it?
What does Hunter Sense give you? And I believe it takes a minute to do, or is it an action?
It's an action. I can peer at a creature and magically discern how best to hurt it as an action. I learn the damage immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, and what it is. If it's hidden from divination magic, I just know that.
Okay. It is immune to blind, charm, deafen, exhaustion, fear, and going prone.
Bro, I wish I was immune to
Wait.
charm.
Immune to fear, blinding.
So blind, deafness, charm, fear, prone, exhaustion.
And it says I learn what it is.
It's some kind of like clear thing. You know that it's not a monstrosity and that it's not a animal. It's not a plant. It's also not a
I don't get the
An
name of it, do I?
No.
It's an apparition?
No, you don't get the name of shit.
Can I step back 31 feet?
You also can't really get a clear description, so I'm giving you limited things for the feature that just gives you random shit because you actually have not got a good look at it at all.
Okay.
I'm just
Can
giving
I
you what you can
stand?
discern from something.
Can
very
I
basic.
stand back 31 feet?
No. The hallway is like a 5-foot wide hallway, and if you go back more than 10 feet, you can't see anything in the room because it's like this wide.
I stand back as far as I can, and I
So you
draw
take-
one sword.
You take a step back. All right, who's next?
I'll raise my axe and try and kind of wedge a hole in the door. Just attack the door.
You make an attack roll. And are you recklessing?
Sure. I'll make a reckless attack. I mean,
Come on,
I guess
Greg,
the
you
door
got this.
can't.
Blow the
Alright.
shit out of this door.
Oh, 18 on the attack roll.
What are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for the kind of between the splinters or the boards of the top part of the door to try and
So you're trying to attack the very bridge of like the threshold at the top?
basis like let's say one of the boards in the door to like maybe try and pry it loose or carve some kind of hole through it.
Yeah, I mean, you would know that you could just attack the hinges if you're trying to like pry the door loose, if that's what you're
Okay.
after. You're just gonna
Sure.
attack the hinges. All right, so roll damage.
Let's go.
Rage,
3 damage.
including your rage and your strength. I think that's impossible.
Oh,
Actually,
Oh,
you didn't say you're raging yet.
well, yeah, I'm not raging. So it's just +1.
Okay. One of the hinges breaks for sure. So the top, I'll say the top one breaks, but the bottom one's still there. So the door's kind of like this weird swingy substance. And as it does, you kind of see like this like warble in front of the metal thing that Hikari actually accurately described as kind of a safe. And the door kind of swings on this weird way, and you can see like this kind of clear substance. And as you're looking into the room now, this clear substance is kind of blocking your path from the safe itself. You look into the room, and the room is completely cleaned. Like there's not a smudge on any surface.
Wait, we can look into the whole room now?
No, because you backed away. Kaya
Oh.
and Bovum, you two have not done something yet. All right, sorry, Bovum did something. Kaya hasn't done something yet.
Can I?
Yeah,
Oh,
Bobby
look
can't
into
really.
something.
Am I like holding the door still?
No, you could. I would imagine that you probably had to let go of the door.
Can I just try to like unscrew the hinge with my hands?
It'll take longer than an action.
Okay.
You'd probably be
Then-
better off just destroying the entire door.
I'm just gonna kick it then.
Okay, give me an athletics check. I'll give you advantage because Gwen broke the door halfway.
Oh wait, I didn't
So just
do it
roll
with
athletics again.
10.
That's exactly what you needed. You break the door off the hinge.
Sick.
Now you can
All
see
right.
it from a little ways away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see
Am I
whatever
like-
else is safe. And kind of behind the safe, which is almost kind of completely obstructing your view into the room, unless you're really close. The safe kind of bridging the gap from the door. It looks like the safe is very, very slowly turning in place, and it is above the floor for sure. And behind it, you can see on the right side of the door where the door was opening that Bovum is now floating in the middle of the air.
Oh.
And Bovum, you are going to take 12 points of, I think it's acid damage.
Acid.
Yep, I think you're right. If it's what I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the floating ink blob?
No. Worse.
No meta. No meta.
Worse. It's not that, it's worse.
I'm not.
Yeah, so it'll be acid damage. Bovum, you can't breathe. and you
Cool.
were restrained.
Even cooler.
Can't- He finally can't talk
What
for
is he
once.
restrained by?
Not like-
You don't know.
Are we rolling initiative now?
Can
Yes,
I-
please roll initiative. Getting the door off was a brilliant move, by the way. Very smart.
I got you. I don't know where initiative is though. I'm looking.
It's in
Center
the middle of the
page.
screen. Very,
Right beside
very,
your
mi-
shield.
Oh, I
very
found
center.
it. 17 for Kaya.
Wow, I rolled insane. Okay.
Oh no. We're
All right,
slow.
who got above a 20?
Ooh,
Excuse
bless
me.
you.
Gesundheit.
Okay, anyone from 15 plus?
I got a 17.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't. 16.
Okay.
17.
So Mango and a Kai Tai.
So you guys can choose who goes first.
You have higher dex than I do, I think. I have plus.
Doesn't matter. You guys get to choose.
All
Higher
right.
dex is an old rule.
Do you want to go first, Akaya?
I think a
I
Kai
will
should go
only
first
allow you
as
to choose
as
who goes
supporter.
first now, and you can't rotate it between turns. But you
I
just
don't know
choose
what
who
I'm
goes
supposed
first
to
now, and
do.
then it'll be that way for the whole ring.
Go
And
first
then-
for what? Just whatever our next
In
turn
turn
is?
order.
Yeah, for every
Turn
turn,
order.
you'll be first.
Okay, Hikari and Gwen, what did you get?
12.
5. That's my worst ever.
So like we're just trying to figure out how to like save
Okay, Mango, you're
Rowan?
first. Or Akaya, you two choose.
Go for it,
Akaya, you
Mango.
go.
Wait,
You want me
Bovum
to go
technically goes
fine.
first.
Mm-hmm.
16 is less than 17.
I'm going to.
Technically, Bovum's first.
No. What?
Did you roll 17?
I rolled a 16.
Oh, okay.
Is.
Uh.
Fuck. I'm going to.
I think Akai should be first. Wait, is Mango going first?
I'm gonna just Eldritch Blast this thing.
Make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Oh,
Disadvantage.
great.
Why is
Well,
it
that would
disadvantaged?
be a 19 as my lowest to hit.
Yep, roll damage.
And then. That would be 11.
11.
Yep. And I want to try and focus it near where Bovum's at. In case something's kind of hovering and holding him there, and if I can hit it.
You hit
Now-
basically where the threshold is right before, and just kind of takes it, and you see like this kind of clear substance just kind of like on the floor. As you just hear this kind of almost hollow sound when you have this lightning just kind of crackle, and it goes zoom. Almost like it's snuffing out a candle rather than hitting something. Or
Now that I
kind of-
can see
think of this
the
like punching a bag, that like a punching bag that's very hard.
now that I can see the entire thing, do I get any more out of hunting?
I'll give you
Yeah.
information on your turn.
Okay.
Kaya, you're up.
Okay, so Bovum can't breathe, right? It's an emergency?
You don't know that yet.
Oh. I
Only
don't know
Bovum
that.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
floating in the middle of the air, and his expression is like panic.
Okay, so that like gives me a hint that there's an issue. And there's stuff on the ground. Clear stuff?
There is only the safe blocking most of your vision, but anything else that you can see is like a partial figure of Ovum that might be reachable if you were to like put your whole arm into the room and try to grab his hand and yank him out. In addition, the rest of the room that you can see, which is very little of it, is completely cleaned.
Should we have battle music for this?
I prefer.
What happens if I
shit.
throw a bunch of alcohol in the middle of the room?
You don't know until you try.
I'm gonna try.
You want to throw the rubbing alcohol at it?
You're gonna put the rubbing alcohol on it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, give me an unarmed strike. We'll try it that way.
Okay. 11.
That's a hit.
It jitters in excitement.
Did you use up all of our alcohol?
Yeah, Bobin looks like he's in a pickle.
Now what are we gonna drink?
I mean, you're not wrong. He looks like he's in a pickling jar for sure.
All right.
Maybe in a
unfortunately,
few moments we'll be able to drink both of them.
Hold on, what you said?
Oh god.
I'm
sure
actually
I'd
gonna
taste
have you roll 2d6.
2d6.
That's not bad for rubbing for alcohol.
Maybe.
I can't find it.
Bottom
D8?
left. Bottom left. There's a little
5?
dice button. Just
I
roll
only see
2d6.
4. Oh, there it is.
Just click the 6 button twice.
1.
That's good.
That's good.
And a 1.
Wow.
This
Okay. Well,
really
you
could
only
not be
feel
worse.
the creature 2.
What?
So as you kind of throw this rubbing alcohol, you don't really get all the alcohol out. It's kind of like it's stoppered, and the stopper kind of gets caught, and only a little bit of it gets on the creature. But the little bits that were blasted off by Mango prior kind of get attracted to this substance, and the clear pieces and the kind of acidic nature of the rubbing alcohol kind of just go and heal a portion of the creature.
Oh, fuck. I mean,
Oh
shoot.
my god.
He's
Whose
healed
side
now?
are you on, Akaya?
She's just trying.
No.
No.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You don't know until you try. Could have been awesome. Could have been bad. I don't know.
I don't have any more turn left, or
That's
can I
your
throw a dagger at? What?
It's your action.
That's my action?
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
restrained is disadvantage on types.
All right, Bovum, what are you doing, mate? Actually, one second.
Restrained
Let me
is-
see if there's anything that you do at the start of your turn here.
I'm dead.
At the start of its turn. Yep. Bovum, I'm sorry, but you guys opened the door.
I have a quick question.
My vote was go downstairs.
I know.
I'm dead. Like I'm restrained. That means I have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Bovum, you're gonna take 23 points of acid damage as this thing.
Oh, I'm
goes
dead.
digit.
Fuck.
You're
I'm dead.
unconscious. You're unconscious.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Definitely dying.
Okay. So Bovum just like coughs in this like hollow thing. You just see like these bubbles kind of go, and the bubbles are floating in midair and not moving.
It's at the
Bovum,
start of
this
Do
is
I
the
roll a
start,
death save now?
and I believe death saves are at the start of your turn. So you actually don't have to roll a death save right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I did take damage after. Oh, is that a singular damage taken?
Singular damage source has to do all of your hit points plus what you have left in order
Okay.
to kill you outright. All right,
And
let me
it's at
check
the
one
start of
thing.
turn.
Death saving throws. If it's at the beginning of your turn, you end of your turn. I think it might even be at the end of your turn. I should check this. Whenever you start your
I
turn
thought
with
it
0
was-
hit points, you must make a special saving throw called Death Saving Throw to determine if you creep closer to death or hang on to life.
So it's at the start of turns. Cool.
Yeah, when you start
Then
your
there's
turn with 0
nothing-
hit points. So you did not start your turn with 0 hit points. At the start of your turn,
I
you
can't
take-
make you. Yeah, I can't make you re-roll anything. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it just happened. Sorry.
No, I'm not upset. We're good. Who's next?
Next up is the creature.
Oh, great. Because if it does
Um,
damage, that's an auto fail.
Let's see here. Let me just see what the normal version of this does versus this one.
Oh, so Rob souped it up. That's
Curious as to what it ends up doing. Okay, so I think for some reason this is the same level. What the fuck? Oh, that's not balanced at all. Cool. All right. Yep. Make an attack roll. I'm gonna make 2 attack rolls instead of 4. An 11 will miss, but the 18 will hit. I would like Oh, okay. Well, that can't happen. So that's good. Good news for you guys. That will be 11, 12, 13, 14 points of acid damage to Mango.
How?
Big Al.
But like how? 14 points.
A clear kind of pseudopod comes out of the door frame and just goes.
Like it punches him, or?
What a dick.
Just kind of like whips out and then kind of just goes back into the room.
Oh, like Deoxy's tentacles?
More like a ditto tentacle. Okay, that is the key. Gwyn, you're up next. Mr. Gwyn.
I am. Oh boy.
Did Boba fail the saving throw?
One, you won't know even if I roll them. Two, I haven't rolled one yet.
Oh.
Gwyn, what you doing?
Gosh, I don't really have a good.
Out of game, save yourselves first. I will be okay, regardless of what happens.
I don't know if I have a particularly good view of Gwyn still really isn't sure what's happening here.
You saw Bovin get sucked into the door. You can barely see his body, kind of as this safe kind of moves. I'll say that as the attack happens, this clear liquid seems to kind of like push the safe a little bit aside, and as it kind of like floats away, you just see like literally just the safe is floating in the room, and the rest of the room is clear, and you can see a clear view of Bovin from the door. You can try to reach in and grab him, or you can try to cut your way through to him.
Is the safe inside of this thing?
Best guess.
I'm going to. Oh, I don't know if I have enough actions to. Let's see. I am going to toss a rope to Hikari. At
Mhm.
Hikari, I guess.
Okay.
Alright.
And hold one end and jump in.
Oh my
Okay,
After
Hikari, make a
Bovin.
dexterity save. Or a sleight of
Me?
hand. Yep.
Wait, who makes it?
Just
Me?
you. Yep.
Wait, why am I making a dexterity save if I'm not going in?
He's throwing a rope.
To
at you.
see if you catch the rope.
Oh, okay. Dexterity saving. I have 11.
That's good enough. You can catch the rope. Gwen, are you attempting to just go into the room, or are you attempting to grab Bovin?
I'm trying to grab Bovin.
Okay, give me a. This will be your action, and you need to do a strength check.
All right.
So just raw strength.
17.
That is
Oh, wow.
enough to pull Bovin out. However, as you pull him out, you reach into what only feels like a vat of acid, and you take 9 points of acid damage as you pull Bovin's relatively unconscious body outside of the yellow substance that seems to be harming both of you. Also, his robes seem to be slowly have dissolved, and his kind of body has like these weird acid burns, so it's like kind of discoloring his fur and maybe burning away of it a little bit, like he's inside of stomach acid.
Ugh.
But Bovin, you're out into the hallway,
Cool.
kind of just laying unconscious on the floor. All right,
Cool.
that is the Gwen's turn. Hikari, you're last.
Do I
You're holding on
do
to
I
the
get the wait? But they're already out, right?
Correct.
Do I get the full hunter sense now that I can see the entire thing?
Yeah, I'd say so. This is probably an ooze of some sort. Your best guess.
Okay. Do I get any more battle data?
No.
Oh. Can I vote? Can I position for the party to disengage the entire fight?
If you use your action, you can use the disengage action.
No, I want to ask the party. Do we all want to disengage? Like break off this fight entirely?
Well, I think we need to get the fuck away from here first.
Let's run.
I disengage and I go back down towards the stairs area. I vote to like completely abandon the fight. There's no need to fight. Abandon the fight completely.
Okay, so you take the disengage action and run down the stairs.
Yes. And I tell the party verbally, like, disengage from the battle.
Okay, Mango, you're up.
I'm going to run up to Bovum and I will cast Spare the Dying on him. So he
Okay,
doesn't have
you are
to make-
stable.
Yep.
So you're at 0, but you're stable. So you can just mark 3
Yeah.
successes above them.
And I'm going to touch and it's an action. As a bonus action, I can't start dragging him, can I?
No, it's an action.
If,
And also, he's currently being held, unless Gwen dropped him on the ground. It's up to him.
Drops me, takes
I'm
damage,
still
dies.
holding on to him.
Fall damage from like
Gwen's still stopped.
For like-
Probably.
2
Did you say you're
feet.
still
I
holding
land
him?
on a nail.
Sorry, did you say that you're still holding him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got him. Okay, good. Yep. And I'm gonna start heading backwards. 30 feet.
Are you
So that
taking the
means-
disengage action?
I can't
Why?
because I already took an action
What was your action?
to cast.
To spare the dying.
Where did I?
And bonus action, you can't bonus action disengage unless you're a rogue.
The pseudopod tries to grasp onto something as it does, and I rolled a natural 20.
Oh fuck me.
He's trying to kill us again.
Well, you're going in.
Luckily for you, the pseudopods don't grab.
Yay.
But they can down you in one hit.
Especially with a natural 20.
Well, you
Come on,
already
Rob.
took 9 points of damage.
Well,
You are probably dead.
Lay it on me, Rob.
Rob know that Mango died.
Rob, don't hold back here.
Pseudopod, like, almost seems to creep from the floor and grabs, like, a section of Mango as he almost trips and falls. Another pseudopod comes out and goes, and it hits you in the back of the head for 21 acid damage.
Wait, a second one?
Are you down?
This is thematic.
Oh.
We got 2 party members down, and it is the creature's turn before.
No, it's a Kaya's.
It's a Gaia, then the creature.
I'm gonna heal. Is Mango at 0 too?
He's knocked unconscious
Yeah.
as he's running down the stairs.
I'm gonna heal
Like,
him.
where
He can heal. He can do. I feel like he can do a lot with spells and crap. So I'm gonna use my healing on him.
Bro, Rob knew he was for player killing before the big fight. He's like, they ain't even getting to it. It's over.
Just up on the spot because you guys were poking the bear. You were going to places that you weren't supposed to go into.
I said this.
I know you said this. All right, so Kaya, give me the healer's kit roll. I believe you just get it for free, right?
I can't find it. I just see.
Should be features and
Healing.
traits.
Okay. It doesn't-
Boom was annoyed, so he just went
bottom,
and
but
touched
there's
whatever
nothing to
hit
roll. There's nothing to roll down here. It just says healer.
You scroll down a little bit more. Does it do that?
Nope. Really can't. Healing.
Your action says, as an action, you
One
can spend 1
action.
use of the healer's kit to tend to a creature, restore 1d6 plus 4. So just roll a d6.
Oh,
Plus
okay.
1 additional hit point for the creature's maximum hit dice. You guys are level 4, so you'll get another 4. So it'll be whatever you roll plus 8.
I rolled 3.
Okay.
Oh,
3 plus 8
11.
is 11.
I
Mango.
got 11?
11 hit points. Bam. Healer's kit feat is actually busted. It's so good. All right, so you get 11 hit points and you cannot heal Mango for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Or actually until they finish a short or long rest. It's
Yeah,
over here.
short or long
So if
rest.
they take a short rest, you can heal them again. Essentially, she does some like quick bandage movements. Maybe uses some of the rubbing alcohol to like cleanse some of the acid off of your body very quickly, and then kind of like patches you up and smacks you across the face to get you up.
All right, let's go. Is that the end of my turn?
No, that's just your action.
Oh, is there like still a figure that we can see it any way?
Huh?
Can we like see a figure in any way?
See who?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Google whoever had Bovum, can we see him at all?
There's no person.
Or whatever had
Like,
him.
Yellow
The
thing that's in
just the
room.
Jello. Okay, so that's all.
It's clear.
Oh, Kaya.
Okay,
Watch
well,
out,
I have
it
a
hits like
healing
bro-
potion. Can I give it to Bovum?
Give what above him?
My healing potion.
He's unconscious.
Hmm?
He's unconscious.
He's stable, just in
Oh.
case.
Literally draped
Don't really
over
do it.
Gwen's shoulders like a sack of potatoes.
Alright, well, I don't know, waste it on you. I just think we should go. I'm gonna grab my
Down the
Yeah, I
stairs,
do too.
hurry.
Run down the stairs.
yeah.
Okay, so you're at the base of the stairs. Next up
Okay.
is Bovum, who has already passed his saves. Cannot really do anything.
Ah!
Then the cube goes. Make 2 attack
He's gonna
rolls
grab me.
against Gwen.
Oh my
Mhm.
Both
God.
will hit because both of the dice that I rolled are already above your armor class. And this is a lot of damage. I'm very
Whoa,
sorry.
whoa,
I
whoa,
hope
whoa,
that
whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait,
I
what are
can
you
take
hitting him
it.
with?
I can take it.
pseudopods.
No, what are you hitting him for? Sorry. How high above his
Oh,
thing are you?
the first total is going to be. Wait, do you get to know the result?
Well, it says if it was gonna hit, I can do them to make them not hit.
Oh, okay. Well, the first one is gonna be tough to break. with
You're not in the room.
23.
You
The
went
next
down
one
the
is
stairs.
20.
No, I got.
He's not
knocked out before
downstairs.
that.
He's on the prone at the top of the stairs. So it was a 23 and a 20.
No, I can't block that.
Well, I rolled like shit, so that's good. So you're only gonna take 14 points of acid damage this time from 2 hits.
Ah.
Or like reaching for Bovum, and you like duck out of the way and take the hit for him. Then it's Gwen's turn.
I'm gonna disengage.
Run down the stairs.
Run down the stairs.
Okay, Hikari, you're at the base of the stairs.
Is Gwen carrying Bovum?
Yes.
And Mingo and Akaya are still up there with the cube?
Kaya's at the base. The only
Oh,
person
so
at the
only
top
Mingo's
is
up
Mingo
there.
prone.
Prone? And there's no one there with him?
No.
How far away am I from this thing?
Well, I mean, you can't see it anymore because you're at the base of the stairs.
Can I take an action to go up and... Can I take a movement to go up and then drag Mingo down?
Yeah, if he's willful, you won't even have to do much of a check.
Wait, is he conscious, is it saying?
Yeah, he's conscious.
Oh, in that case, can I use, help on his disengage?
No.
Is that a thing I can...
No, you
It's not a
just need to go
skill check.
drag me. Basically, is what you're wanting to do.
Yeah,
is
so you can
completely
get him
possible.
about halfway through the staircase, but he's gonna kind of like, and like he's not gonna really be able to stand up, so he's just gonna get drugged down the stairs halfway.
Oh, Kaya, watch out!
He
it
won't
hits
take
like Watch out!
He
it
won't
hits
take
like a
damage from that,
barrel of
right?
hay.
You won't
Alright.
take damage from that? Right?
No,
Okay, I grab him by like the ankles and I pull him down.
see these as you do this, you see these pseudopods just go like into the floor, missing him by millimeters, and we're out of combat.
Fuck you, gelatinous thing.
Successful fight,
Down the
everyone.
stairs. Down the stairs.
Okay,
That's
well
not
that
the
thing is
silver
still
eye.
up there. We can't go back up unless we prepare to fight.
Every time I've run one of these things, it's gone disastrous for players, and it's crazy.
Hey,
Yeah,
we
well,
lived. We lived.
You know what? Fuck your cube. I say on the.
So, side note, I don't normally do this, but for the new players at the table that have never encountered one of these things, they're called gelatinous cubes, and they are a D&D classic from the very first edition of the game,
Fucking.
and they're
idiot.
very, very fun to fight at low level because the
At
armor
low-
class is 6.
At low level. Oh god.
Yeah, this thing is supposed to be a super easy fight, but if you walk into them, then they're like invisible, so you can't really see them.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We can try to slay it again later after
Yeah,
we're
we need
healed.
to.
After we're healed, we can go back
Can we
and
No,
combat
you're
it
doing
again.
Can someone heal me?
No, down the stairs
Close to running a
to the
mimic
labyrinth.
earlier, but I haven't done that
This
yet.
is
So I think
supposed to
I'm
be
not
an
gonna-
easy fight.
Can someone heal me?
Yeah, Bovum's unconscious.
I mean,
Like,
honestly, guys, I kind of like him this way. He's not talking so often.
Kaya, are
I mean,
you
we
gonna
I
can
use
wasn't
just
your
talking
leave
much
him.
anyway.
We don't need to
Can I
waste a
use my
healing potion on
I'd
him.
like to use a healing potion on. Well, it's like healing, a healing potion and a kit. I can use. I'll use a kit on both.
Okay, so, how many uses of your kit do you have left?
Wait, are you sure I have it still? Let me see. I thought I
We
could
don't
only
need
use
to
it.
waste healing on Bovum.
Okay, did you add another
What?
kit?
No, I don't know if I can use it again until I sleep or something. I don't know how to find it.
It's in your equipment. So the healer's kit has 10 uses. You used one of them the previous day, and you used one just now, and then you just used another one on both of them. So just roll d6, and you need to make a memo somewhere that that's how many uses you've used. And then you have a new one that you picked up in the chest.
Oh.
3.
You have 2, but I don't know who's holding the other one
Okay.
because you didn't add it to your inventory.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't do it very well. I can't even find my equipment. I can find my inventory, but I rolled a 3, by the
Same
way.
thing.
Okay. Okay.
Go to your
All right.
inventory and go to the tap the item and just hit the +1 for the quantity. Okay. You can get 2 of them.
Okay.
And then you need to make some sort of like custom note to manage your inventory or something. And then you can tap the item in your inventory, and you should be able to.
I don't know how to make a custom note, Rob.
It's very simple because there's literally a drop-down box that says "Customize." Kim, don't make this difficult.
Customize. Okay. Well, I didn't know customize. Okay,
So
customize.
essentially, you have 20
Wait,
uses because you have 2 kits. Okay, but you've already used 3.
Yeah.
So just set the number to 17 on the custom, like just say healer's kit and then type like after it, just put 17. And then you can just
It
change
just
the
says
name of
cost
the item.
per weight override, name, and notes.
Just do the name override. Just change the name to 17. And that's how many
All right.
uses you have left.
Oh.
That's how I
Okay.
do it usually.
Okay,
All right. And then you can roll a d6 and add that to 8 for Bovum.
Okay, so he got 11. I rolled a 3.
You rolled another 3. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So Bovum, you have 11 hit points, my guy. And you are
Cool. We should definitely do a long rest. Not a long rest, a short rest.
Oh, Bovum, you're back. Oh.
Welcome back, Bovum.
I pulled you out by the skin of my teeth.
Thanks, buds. Can we not go upstairs again?
Yeah, let's go downstairs and make sure we close the door so it can't come after us.
I mean, we
we
can
need
probably
I
go
need to
after it after we're more prepared.
We
you know?
we don't need
No,
to.
I do not want to
It is
deal with that
not-
thing again.
It is not what we are after.
Yeah, I'd like to
The
rest.
If the moment strikes you after we're done with the thing down in the basement, then
I could-
that's all you.
I have like full health, but I don't know if anybody else does.
I definitely need to rest.
I need to patch up these burns. Vicious.
Short rest and then
Bad.
go below.
Okay, I don't need a rest. I would like to check the staff room.
It's locked.
Oh my
Can I break
God,
it down,
what?
sir?
No.
Hello?
It's locked for a reason.
So 3 of you
He
are
doesn't want
taking a
to
short rest. Akaya, you did not use your healing potion on them yet. Would you like to save that still?
Yeah.
So you need to add that to your inventory.
Okay.
All right, I'm rolling dice for my short rest.
It's called a healing potion. So just type healing in the search bar and then hit add.
Oh
And then
my
it'll
God.
ask you where you add it. You just add it to your backpack or something.
Got it.
Pokey pokey. For those of you taking a short rest, you can roll hit dice. Unless Hikari is going to try to break into the staff room while you guys are resting. Albeit through your scolding.
I mean, if we can't go upstairs, then what other place is there for us to investigate?
Downstairs. Yep, downstairs. Big downstairs.
Is it 2 separate staircases, one going up, one going down? I thought it was the
As
same.
I've stated multiple times, there is.
Big,
Oh,
yeah, there's a
wow.
big downstairs.
Oh,
I opened the door.
Go downstairs the entire time.
Okay, so for those of you that are injured, you can roll hit dice, and you can all mark a short rest if you're not investigating anything. If you used anything on a short rest, you can get that back.
I ain't touching shit.
Bowen's pissed.
Can I check the closet for any trapdoors or anything like that?
Sure, make an investigation check, but
Go
you cannot
for
get a
it.
benefit from a short rest.
I'm not sure.
If you have any features that reset on a short rest when you hit the short rest button, you cannot investigate.
Let me
So
check
if-
that real fast. I don't
If
think I
you've
have any
ever
short
hit
rest.
that short rest button, you can't get set back. So I'm just letting you know, if you hit the short rest button already, you cannot investigate anything.
Okay. So I
Rob will know.
do not rest. I don't rest. So I make an
Investigation
investigation
check.
in the closet. I
Yep.
got 19. 19.
Yeah, there's a false bottom in the chest.
Oh my god.
All right. What? So I open it.
Okay. Inside of the chest, in the false bottom, there is a bag.
And in the bag.
Another bag. No, I'm just kidding.
I got a bag, yo.
Russian nesting doll.
There's actually.
I got a bag of
bag
stuff in.
of holding.
Bag. Do you reach into the bag, or are you like opening it and looking inside?
Oh my
I open and look.
fuck.
There's nothing inside. It's like
I
there's
got a
void,
bag.
like a black void, and the bag is gray.
Wait. Is it like a bottomless bag or?
It's just a
Yeah,
gray
like
bag.
all.
It's like this big.
So
Like a
it's
pouch.
just for all intents and purposes, it's an ordinary bag.
Your best
I
guess.
got a bag.
It's a bag of holding, is my guess, but I don't know.
Size of a pouch
Wait.
arrow,
I mean, those exist.
like this big.
Those exist.
It's a pouch of holding.
Big.
Wait.
pouch.
Or would you say it's haversack sized?
No.
Sag.
Wait. So can I? What would I have to do to check if it's just an ordinary bag or if it's special magical?
Try and jump inside.
Arcana check.
Okay. 16.
Yeah, there's like. Are you gonna be adventure enough with this check, or are you just looking at it?
Are you
Your
asking
hands
if I jump
and, like, see
inside
if
the
there's anything
bag?
inside? Okay, so when you reach inside, you feel a bunch of like furry, almost like you ever seen those bags that have like pipe cleaners in them? There's like a bunch of pipe cleaners sticking out, and then like inside the pipe cleaners, there's sometimes like these little furry balls. They're like this big. They kind of look like a Cheeto Puff or something.
I think so.
They're like very, very fluffy and squishy. There's just a bunch of those in there.
What?
Do I know what that
You gonna
is?
pull one out?
Sure.
Arts and crafts time.
What the
Sure.
fuck is?
You pull one out and roll D8.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I swear. If anyone else knows what
Wait,
it is.
what color
Taking
did
a
you say the
nap
bag
and
was?
just.
Gray.
Oh no.
Should I reach into it? Okay,
You already did.
I asked.
You already did. Roll a D8.
Can I just say while
5?
she's doing that? Oh.
5? Okay. When you pull it out, this little puffball is like a very jet black color.
Oh.
And it kind of gets a bit heavier and heavier in your hand until you have to drop it on the ground.
Uh-huh.
And as you drop it on the ground, the form expands rapidly. And then 4 feet land on the ground. And a
What
panther
the
is next to you. And sits on the ground, purring.
Aw. Kitty cat.
Do I have to
Do
roll
we
for
need to
animal
kill
handling?
this?
I'd like to roll for animal handling.
Do we need to kill
I
this?
can-
This
It
hostile?
is looking at you expectantly for instructions.
Looking at
I
who?
can speak to animals.
Can I speak to it without needing to use a skill?
It's yours. Yes.
Wait, so I can communicate with it without using a spell?
Well, it's not going to talk back. He's going to do what you tell it to do.
If I use, I have
Hey,
no
Rob,
idea.
is our short rest
If I
over?
use speak with animals, can I have a conversation with it?
Yeah, your short rest is over, Bobum.
I'm gonna start walking down.
For a while. You're gonna start walking
I'm
downstairs.
gonna start.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go,
I'm
gonna
done.
go with both of them. I can't.
All right, you two are gone.
I'll follow.
You three
I
are gone.
activate speak with animals to speak with the panther.
I'll
Didn't
go
work that
too.
off.
Okay.
You're alone now.
So I
I'm
asked
gonna
the panther,
panther.
what is your name?
What is a name?
I'm not sure. How did you come to be in this area?
That is a good question. I just looks around.
I love the Russian accent.
Did I save you from anything?
It's USS coming up.
I don't understand saving business. Its tail kind of flicks.
Do you know what this bag is?
Kind of like puts its snout up to it. Smells like pests.
Are there more of you in this bag?
You don't know. What do you want me to do? I'm here for your assistance.
How long are you extant for? Do you just last indefinitely? Are you magical or are you a blood panther?
Kind of just sits down and starts licking its forepaw.
Do you desire food? Do you require food?
Sustenance is not required, but game is fun.
I pet it.
Kind of just bows its head in reciprocation.
Do I need animal handling at all?
Nope.
What is this thing? Does anyone know?
It's a panther. About as big as you are.
Okay, I'm a full-blown ranger now. I have a companion. Do I get any stats on this thing? Like do I have any battle
until you
stats?
understand what it is that's going on. Well, I'll give you the stats for this thing. I'll be running it.
Can I do I add anything to my inventory, like about this magical bag or this
You
puff
can
ball?
just
or
add
this-
a gray bag to your inventory because you don't know. Just add like pouch. Just type pouch into your inventory and add a pouch, and then you can customize the name to gray pouch.
Oh my god.
The
All
rest
right
of you
then.
will descend the staircase rapidly, leaving Hikari around to talk with the panther.
Yeah, fuck that. Starts talking to fucking animals. We're out.
That was a really fucking good roll too for your D8. By the way, that was really good.
I'm scared to ask what the other 7 options would have
like actually for what you guys are doing, that was like seriously the best roll. Amazing.
I
All right,
gotta.
so you guys descend the staircase. Hikari, do you join them or no?
Yes, and I guess my kitty follows me.
Are you asking it to?
Does it do so instinctively?
No. Just stays there. It's a cat.
Come with
bro.
me.
No.
Cat tendencies, my guy. Yeah.
I asked it to come with me.
Very well.
Is it large enough for me to ride on?
No.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Right on these nuts. All right, you guys can go downstairs. And then, you guys, you were hoping for 8. Yeah, Snooki, I was kind of no cap. I was hoping for the 8 too. Although a 6 would have been really funny too. The animal pads silently behind you as you descend the staircase, and you hear the creaking footsteps ahead of you as the rest of you race down. Nope. Nope.
Wait, if we're going down the staircase.
All right. The rest of you that have descended prior hear a rickety creaking sound as you descend the footsteps, echoing down deeper. The wooded hallways transition to stone and then to dirt. You walk for about 10 minutes with no end in sight. And then, at the edge of your vision, a single torch is lit at the end and the foot of the stairs. And as you approach the torch, you see a small pathway leads to a 4-cross junction. Straight ahead, to the right, and to the left. And the torch is on the right path, lighting all 4 pathways for you to see.
Well, let's go right.
What makes you say that?
Why not?
Wait, so there's
something-
2 pathways,
tells
right?
me I have an innate sense in labyrinths. I'm not sure what.
You seem very intellectual.
Arrow, I'm
not
going to
based
send
on
you a
the-
DM, okay?
Okay.
Am I with them?
They're going to be able to have a little bit of a conversation before you even show up.
Okay.
Arrow, can you send me a DM first? I can't find you.
I always. I don't know how often I send DMs. Rob.
There we go. Okay.
The message above that. You never played me back.
So, right? Also, what the fuck was with that panther?
At this point, I'm not even gonna ask.
If she comes down riding that fucking thing, I'm out. I just can't.
I want to pet it.
So there you go, Arrow.
Okay. Something just tells me we should go right. I mean, I'm not.
All right, let's go right.
I really think we should go right.
You know what? You
Innate
touch that-
sense, like.
You lead the way.
Yeah, you
I
got
would
it,
like-
man.
Kaya, Mango, and Gwen to give me an insight check against Mango. Or against Bovum, sorry.
An insight check?
Again.
22.
Wow. That's insane for you. Did you roll 19?
I did, yeah.
Damn.
Dirty 20.
15.
Okay. So the only people that are going to get this are the 2 people that rolled the 20 plus. That's insane. I did not actually think you guys are going to get this. And this is also going to give you Bovum a little bit here. Something seemed to have happened when you crossed the threshold into the dirt section and the light catches on Bovum's eyes. Inside of what seems to be some sort of maze or labyrinth or area here, Bovum's eyes are now, his irises are now gold. Bovum, you have dark vision as long as you're down here.
Oh, big pug.
And for Gwen, you've heard mythos about minotaurs inside of caves. They're kind of taking advantage of puzzles and twisting paths. And your best guess is that Bovum is in his natural habitat here, and it is, in fact, not racist to assume that.
It's in fact safe and not racist.
Now,
It's not racist if it's true.
you guys start heading to the right with Bovum and turn, and Hikari is jogging down the steps with a silent Black Panther behind her. Now,
I'd like to.
I need to speed
behind
this
me and
along
just
because I
throw
need to
a
get this out here in 20 minutes. So I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit and do the thing that I wanted to do a little bit earlier than planned. You guys are in a labyrinth. Just taking your first foray in here. We are now entering a skill challenge. What is going to happen in a skill challenge
Ooh.
is this is something
I
from
know
4th
what these
edition that has
are.
been ported into 5th edition sometimes. And when I do a skill challenge, because this is homebrew, I make the decisions. So essentially, all of you can choose to tell me what it is that you are trying to do in here. And when you do so, I will tell you what the result of that attempt will be in the form of a skill check. So, for example, if Bovum wants to safely guide you, he can either make a survival check or a investigation check for safety with regards to traps in particular. And I'll give him a decision point there, which check he wants to use. If someone else wants to assist him in that, you will forego your check opportunity by giving him an advantage. Okay? Now, there are a couple of extra rules here. You can only give advantage to somebody doing a skill check if the skill check they're doing you have proficiency in. So, for example, if Mango is investigating something because he has an investigation skill, if you don't have the investigation skill, you cannot assist them for the sake of this type of a challenge, okay? Secondly, if you try to do something and you say that you want to do something that is different than what somebody else is doing, if that same check is adjacent, so let's say Bovum wants to do the thing in the same illustration and someone else wants to help, like let's say Bovum's doing an investigation check for traps, right? And then somebody else wants to say, well, I want to help him guide us, or I want to guide us to the right location that we're trying to go after, and you describe what you're looking for. In theory, it's a different thing, but you have to use the same skill, a la investigation or survival, depending on what Bovum's doing, right? If you're rolling the same check, the next one of the same category will be significantly more difficult than the last time. So it rewards smart play with successes and failures, and also different variability of things that you might be good at that someone else may not be good at. However, if you want to say, I want to push the wall out of the way and use athletics because I'm good at athletics, it doesn't really make much practical sense. So the DC will be higher, and the chance of failure will also be higher because I don't really have a clear-cut goal as to why you're doing this, if that makes sense, right? Just, I'm going to push the walls out of the way. Okay, dude, make a strength check. It's going to be tough. It's like DC 30, and you fail, and I might just, like, say you knock out a support beam and there's a collapse. Like, that's an example of a very poor check, okay? So you guys can talk amongst yourselves to say what you want to do in character, and then tell me what you would like to do. And there are 5 players, right? So you need to come up with 4 successes before you acquire 3 failures.
Oh my god.
I'm so confused as to what's actually happening.
I think
So you're
that
okay.
I think that I can persuade the labyrinth to let us through.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work.
Also, depending on the order of the checks, I might say that you come to a certain junction. Because right now, you're just taking your first foray into the first, like, T-junction. And I'm going to give you kind of a hidden... Like, it would normally be 5 successes and 3 failures, but because Bovum is a labyrinth-dwelling creature, I've basically ticked off 5. So I've made the checks easier because Bovum's in his natural habitat by 1 for free. Okay? So, you have to get 4 instead of 5 before 3 failures. So essentially, Bovum's first task is pointing you in the right first direction.
That's me. I'm that dude.
So he's already done. He doesn't need to make another check.
No, I definitely need to make another one. I'm just trying to figure out how I can make a performance check.
I feel like I can help with the... I feel like the Panther might be able to help us, and I can help with the Panther.
Yeah, if the Panther can run more quickly than any of us, it could probably mark off some of the false
Panther
passageways,
cannot
but
participate in the skill challenge.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Okay.
that aside, Panther might be helpful in general.
I have proficiency in finding things. I could see.
I have +6 in acrobatics.
I'm just gonna say, I am awful at almost everything that is required in this situation.
You're literally
apart from
get one for free, and then you're like, yeah, but I'm terrible in it.
If
But
any
you know
of
what?
y'all know a way
Cool
to intimidate the labyrinth, I'm your guy.
I can
What's your
acrobatic.
intimidation, by the way.
+6.
Okay,
Add the Triton ration.
+6
This
is
the
my
part that
highest
rewards
stat.
creativity of how you guys want to navigate the labyrinth. You can think about things that you might see, and we'll narratively make the story together. Okay, so don't think of this as like I'm trying to wall you guys to do something. Think of this more of like a very big sandbox that we can play in.
Hey, Rob, question.
Yeah.
Is there any chance we encounter someone throughout the labyrinth that I could try to intimidate them?
It's possible.
Okay, that's going to be one of my go-fors.
Okay,
I'm going to try to...
One of them is looking to scare the piss out of somebody in his natural habitat.
Yes.
But you're the master of your
Could
domain.
I like roll away from something, like skirt across?
That would be my goal, is to intimidate someone if we come
Depends on
across
what you
them
find in
into
here, Akaya.
leaving us alone.
All right,
I think
maybe it'll be balance on to get across.
I'm guessing you're.
I can help someone with survival.
On, right?
Yep.
I have proficiency in survival, so I could technically help someone with that.
There you go.
I would.
But mine's only a +2, so you probably don't want me doing it.
I have a +5 to survival.
Okay.
I think
Do you
Gwyn
want
would.
me to help you look for traps as we go along?
The traps is
I would say.
survival would be navigation.
Yeah, I would.
Navigate.
Let's give me a hand feeling some of the stonework here, and perhaps we can figure out which passages have been most traveled.
Okay, because both of them is helping. Gwen, advantage.
Ooh, I got a 17 and an 18, so that is going to be 23.
Nice.
Our first fail.
Bovum guides the group by taking the torch off of the sconce, guiding you. And as the light lights the path, Bovum realizes that he doesn't actually even need it and puts the torch back on the sconce and continues walking. As you get to a certain other junction, which looks to be identical to the first one, you see the torch is on the right. However, there are two sconces, or rather torch holders, and the one on the right is where the torch is now, but there is a holder on the left. Bovum accurately helps you by just moving the torch to the left, and you hear something seems to dissipate, and as you look down on the ground, you can start to see footsteps leading to the left into the mud.
Wait,
Now
are we
the
already?
footsteps you start tracking, and you get to what looks to be an area where there is a collapsed left path, and the front path and the right path both have torches on them, and there seems to be one pathway that has a very narrow, kind of almost sidling path that you could maybe grab with your hands or like flatten yourself against the wall and go through without falling into a large crevice on that side, but it is wide, and there does seem to be some sort of like stones kind of poking out of the walls. It does seem to be a little soft and hard in certain places. You might be able to jam something to the wall, and this comes to Akaya, who wanted to do a acrobatics check.
Mm-hmm.
So Akaya, using acrobatics, describe what you're trying to attempt with this kind of gap.
I'd like to is there any like footholds like I could like try to jump to?
You have to almost flatten yourself against the wall if you want to get across, but that's not going to help your group. Just going to help you.
Does anybody have any rope?
I have 75 feet of rope. If we're already foraying into the dungeon here, I would have been unraveling the ropes to the entrance so that we wouldn't lose our way back to the entrance.
I could take the rope and somebody could hold one end and I could shimmy across and try to get like a rope going from one end to the other.
Okay. Give me acrobatics. That sounds good enough to me.
Hey, Gwen, I think you should hold the rope. You're kind of the sturdiest of us all.
Okay. 13.
If you say so.
Okay, Akaya starts to sidle up, and as she slides, she kind of gets almost there, and then right as soon as she's about to kind of take that last little step and then jump over to kind of clear the last little bit instead of sidling all the way over, she slips and falls.
Okay.
Gwyn catches her.
Ooh.
Catches Akaya on the rope and pulls you back up with a failure, and you cannot go that way anymore.
Was it?
Shit.
Did she roll with advantage if Gwen was helping?
She can't.
I
roll
wasn't
with
helping
advantage.
with the acrobatics, just
Oh,
I don't have acrobatics.
Actually,
Someone with acrobatics has to help her. Like,
Yeah.
You can't just expect that. Like, if you have acrobatics proficiency, you should have said something there.
no, I thought that's what
I
you were recommending.
had it.
No, I was recommending Gwen because of the fact that Gwen's the strongest and could hold her if she fell.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
Sorry, I might have jumped the gun a little bit early there. If someone had the acrobatic skill that could have helped you, Kaya, that's my fault.
Well, I had it at 6. I thought that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Is anyone else proficient in acrobatics?
I just have a +4, but I'm not proficient.
Yeah. So no, they couldn't have helped you anyways. All right. What's next? You guys are gonna have to take the right path.
You know, something about that right path, man. What's right is right. Let's go right.
I think I could use investigation to look for any traps along the way that we're going, or Arcana for any hidden areas. That I might
Ooh, I like that. Okay. Give me the Arcana check. Does anyone else
I
have
got-
Arcana?
I got it.
Okay, so you can help Mango.
Bolem's really proficient in some good stuff, but he just sucks at everything.
18.
That's a success. You start to notice that there are some runes placed into the wall, and as you get to the next T junction, there are no torches. There's one rune on each wall to point to different directions, and the only thing that's weird is like all of the runes are the same, but they're different colors. There's a red, a green, and a blue one. And your guess is that, based off of your knowledge, that the green and the red are kind of false positives, meaning that the red is supposed to dictate don't go this way, and the green is typically dictated to go this way. But your guess is actually to follow the blue one because it matches the door outside.
Ah, yes. The door outside was blue. Clearly, it's the blue one that we need to follow.
Well, let's follow that one. Rob, without using it for the skill challenge, am I allowed to make a perception check to see if I hear anything?
I would rather that be part of the skill challenge, to be honest with you.
Okay. I don't want to waste a perception check with my +2 for the skill challenge.
Okay, so Hikari, I think, is the only one that hasn't really actively participated yet in the skill challenge.
Alright. So do I just want to declare how I'm helping navigate this maze?
Yeah, pretty much.
Distinct from the skill challenge, can I just say that I've been unraveling my 75 feet of rope since the entrance so that
It
we
would have
don't
been
lose
gone
our way?
already. Like before this first skill check, it would have been gone. More than 75 feet to go down the stairs.
You're just dragging 75 feet of rope through all of this
Right.
maze.
Right. You guys
Okay,
have been down here for like 30 minutes now.
So there's no way we would have been able to.
No.
Okay then. And so if I want to say something in character, then so being a trident that's been born in the ocean and has a natural affinity for wind and water currents, and being a ranger who would be understanding of how nature works, would I be able to detect the exit of the labyrinth by noticing the wind currents coming from the exit?
Really
Because
like
there
this
should-
a lot. Does anyone else are you using nature?
I'd like to use perception to check for wind current.
Okay. Is anyone proficient in the perception check? That
I have
assist Hikari?
perception.
Okay, just because both of them assisted in 2 checks, I'm gonna let Gwen assist here.
Yeah,
Does it
that's
make
Who
more
fine.
else
sense with
is
his
good perception?
I'll
Okay.
help feel the.
I knew to be proficient in
Because there
perception.
should be a current, there should be a wind current coming from the entrance and the exit. And someone, as a Trident Ranger, I should be able to pick up that very faint wind current that's going through the 2 doorways of
So
this entire room.
here's what I'll say is you guys find another T junction again, which is another 4-way stop, like most of these things. And Hikari's gonna stand in the middle and have each of you stand at one of the entrances, and Akaya to mark where you came from. And then she's gonna instruct you guys how to detect the wind currents, and she's going to make the check with advantage.
I shall help you find this wind with my nose hairs.
Alright, do I roll perception with advantage?
Correct.
Okay then. Let's see here.
This is really good.
Yeah.
To be determined.
Watch as I roll one. Still lagging. I think I'm lagging at it.
Whoa.
My DnD
It's
is
not telling me.
lagging. So.
23.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
Very good.
23.
17 plus 6. Nice. Okay. 23 is definitely a success. You can actually end up feeling this from the direction that Gwyn is in. And that's what ends up helping you the most. And so you follow the pathway where Gwyn is, and Bovum agrees based off of some of his general insight and intuition. He just doesn't feel like the area that he's at really works either. And Akaya is clearly marking the other place, and Mango's kind of just like staring off into the darkness, just like, I don't feel anything. So probably not this way. Then you follow the pathway, and about midway through following the correct path, you can hear something. Bovum is the first to pick it out because of his natural habitat. There is a singular green eye, like a lantern that seems to be floating in the darkness, coming towards you.
Go ahead, intimidate it.
We should persuade it to get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm gonna look burly as best I can.
Okay.
I'm a Minotaur. Keep that in mind. In my natural, try to intimidate.
Can I
Show
help
us
with
the
the
way.
intimidation?
How are you helping?
I can't assist.
I am going to
He picks me up on his shoulders, so I'm taller.
can like stand behind him real cross-armed, reveal the very threatening boomerang at my hip.
I feel like Gwen could be on Boeum's shoulders.
I don't know if
I don't know if its
I don't
weight
know if
could be
Bovum
held
can
by
carry
Bovum's
me.
strength. All right, Bovum, give me an intimidation check with advantage, please.
Okay.
You really want to pass this?
Well, that first one's a 13. Second one is a 25.
Oh my god, you rolled a 19 plus 6. That's huge.
Holy fuck.
We're finally
All right,
getting
you,
our good
you
rolls.
just hear this kind of salivating sound. Just. And then the eye vanishes. And you just see this kind of jettison of smoke just kind of towards you as it vanishes.
I mean,
And ladies and gentlemen,
it didn't
that
show
is
us the way.
5. That is 5 ability check successes and 1 failure.
Let's fucking
And
go.
now, cliffhanger.
Oh my god.
This one, the one I want?
Man, I'm good at this maze.
Oh, yeah. You approach a lone door marked by 2 sconces, yet again in blue flame. Flanking a singular door. This is the wrong thing. A weathered wooden door leads into an unlocked weathered wooden door. Completely nondescript. Lined with dirt on all sides. No lock, no rune. Do you open the door?
Yes.
Boss battle. It's Corin.
You opening it, Gwen?
Oh, I definitely opened it.
Before we open it, can I activate Detect Evil and Good before we go in?
Sure.
Okay. What do I get off of it?
Verification, Rob. I do have mage armor active, right?
You can put 8 mage armor, yeah. All right. Old
I
and
thought I
lost
did
to-
it after the long rest.
Yep. Old and lost to time, the room has a rich soil throughout the entirety of the room, with sconces lining the entirety of the walls. In the room's center is a twisting mass of vines, laying out and flopped out of a shallow yet very wide crater. With the tip in the center, what looks to be a small bud poking out of the center. Or rather, a small bud from your current distance. It's very far away, maybe about 100 feet. A small few little pinpricks of light trickle in from the ceiling above. The room smells like a vanilla candle mixed with a dead fish. As you take a step through the door doesn't shut or swing, just kind of opens up. And the more close you get to the crater, the stronger the smell of a fine perfume mixed with mold. Acrid and yet tantalizing. Mixes in your nose. What would you like to do?
Walk in. Carefully.
Well, Bobum's weak to grass.
Would you guys like to look at the plant? Would you like to look around the room? Would you like to... What were you doing?
I'm gonna look.
Yeah,
So I
I
pick
mean,
up nothing from... I pick up nothing from Detect Evil and Good, right?
You're way too far away for that.
I'm gonna look around the room.
I'm gonna look at the plant.
I'll look at the
Yeah, I'm
plant.
gonna investigate or get a closer look at the plants. See.
I'm going to skip
I'm-
around to perception checks because it's very obvious. If that makes sense. Okay. Around the room, there are hundreds of foot impressions on the floor. And they all seem to lead both in and out of the room. Some of them lead to the plant, and some of them away from the plant. There are even... the pinpricks of light seem to be coming from what looks to be floorboards above. And in the center of the ceiling, where you would expect to see a larger hole, maybe for the crater below, you actually see a smaller hole kind of offset, almost with some boards kind of hitting at an angle where the center of the crater might be. As you get closer to the center, you get about 100 feet away-ish, somewhere around that range. The bulb at the beginning of the center begins to emerge. Very slowly, kind of rising from the center mass of vines, gaining in size and girth and weight. As it crests through the vines like a child out of the womb, pulsing veins on the side resemble a massive cabbage.
I like cabbage.
With varying shades of green throughout. Slightly glistening in the light, the bulb slowly opens and peels at the top. 7 closed circular surfaces, all sectioned off like a honeycomb, reveal like 2 little flaps of skin closing them as it turns and each honeycomb portion resembles a closed eyelid with a red fleshy substance between each of the 7 eyes. And then the eye section at the top begins to slowly rotate down as if to bow to your presence as you approach. Top down of the face to face you as you enter the space. Each eyelid, closed, slightly pulses, with the entirety of the plant resembling a sleeping reptile eye. That is where we're going to pick up next week. As you hear in your mind, you're here.
Fuck.
I pet my kitty.
That's the first thing. Okay, cool. Cool.
Jesus freaking
You next
Christ.
week.
You guys have fun?
I mean,
I have a kitty.
Absolutely.
I nearly died.
So, yeah.
Good game, y'all.
I fully intend on dying, but like, you know.
That's the first
Well,
Rob, I've been trying to this entire campaign.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure if my kitty is like magical or flesh and blood. Like
Because
if it dies, can I like?
sense to you guys? It's kind of like a large head of lettuce. This thing is gargantuan, by the way. Like it could easily be bigger than 8 of you.
Go
Like
up.
it is
And it's like
monumental in this room. Almost to the full length of the floor to the ceiling from the crater.
Wait, so there's sunlight coming from the top?
Very small little pinpricks of light coming in through like broken floorboards in the ceiling.
Floorboards.
Yep.
So that means we're underneath a building, but there's still
We
light.
knew this. We literally have been underneath the building the entire
Another
time.
thing too about the top, when I said it peeled open, it's more of it like kind of like unsheathing something, like a closing surface, rather than like it kind of like pouring off like plant leaves or like a banana. And it's kind of like if I said 7 circles, but think of like 7 circles in a honeycomb shape, right? If you have a big giant honeycomb is at the top, and it turns to look at you like that, and then there's a bunch of like eyelids, but all of the eyelids are closed. If that makes any sense. It's almost like there's a slit here and a slit here, and they go, and there's a little fleshy like red substance in each of them, and they all like the slits are all like, they make like this shape, right? They're not all like vertical, all the way around like this. They're kind of like, they draw like almost a stop sign around it or a hexagon, and then the center one opens vertically, but it's closed.
And has like what, 7 eyes?
Also, I'll just give you one more thing. Each of the slits is like each of the eyes is about as big as one of you.
Cool.
So like if you were to stand right next to this thing, and like if it was up vertically, maybe dead or something, and each of the eye slits would probably be like a personal size trampoline.
So it's a giant squid. It's like VMAX Garbodor, basically.
No. If you've ever seen like I mean, I know that like reptile eyes or like shark eyes kind of like close from the bottom, you know? So think of it like that, but it only goes halfway and then it goes on both sides, like scissors. That's what the eyes look like. But it's unnerving because the whole thing is like looking at you and talking to you and all the eyes are closed. Fucking wild.
That's fucking gross.
It's amazing. Well,
I don't feel safe anymore, Rob.
Yeah, well, could have been a lot worse.
I have a kitty.
So full stop. I was gonna put a bunch of runes and stuff for you guys to like navigate through here, and they were gonna like some of them are gonna explode, and some of them are gonna like summon things and stuff. And I was like, and then you guys were poking around in rooms that were just closed, and I was like, I'll just put a cube in one of them. Give me a lot of time.
Game Master just opens up the fucking roof and is like,
Now I can't show you a picture of this yet because you haven't fought it yet, or you haven't talked to it yet. Or you haven't convinced something yet. So like there's all kinds of different outcomes that I've not planned for because I have no clue what the fuck you guys do anytime you encounter something. It's always different. So I'm like, I'm not gonna plan anything. I'm just gonna like role play this thing. So once the campaign is over, once this thing is dealt with in whatever way you guys decide, I'll show you a picture of it.
yes.
Because the picture gives away shit, and I can't do that yet. So I tried to make as detailed as possible for your guys' sake, and hopefully it was fun.
Oh, it is.
Absolutely.
Boven can like intimidate it, or like one of us can shoot it.
Also, I think besides some of the descriptions for like the locations that you guys went to, this is the first time I wrote something for you guys. Like the whole thing. I wrote up the location. I wrote up all the things that you guys found. I was blown away for starters, because after you guys did the thing with Hikari and then you like went to the wink and the kiss, everything that I wrote except for the one room where I like improv the monster that Lattice Cube into was like by the book exactly what I put in there. You guys found literally everything I put in there.
Oh,
Awesome.
so you expected me to find the cat bag.
That was improv. I didn't expect
very-
you to look for a false bottom, and I was like, I'll give them something. Sure.
Oh.
I'm very
You
much
guys are gonna
worried
need a little
regarding
help.
finding this.
I was like, you guys are gonna need a little help in this final match if things go tits up again, and they did.
I gotta go do some faction stuff.
All right, see you.
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
I will see you
Close the
next
stream
week.
because Kim's gonna go do factions. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Peace
Good luck,
out.
Kim.
Oh no, I'm not
Kim,
battling right now.
don't lose.
Oh,
You're
So
dressing
if you
up.
do
No
that,
worries.
that's where you can find
thank
everyone's
you.
links there, and then I believe shout out to is it Kakuna Matata or Employing Dynamite in Twitch?
I'm pulling
I'm pulling
dynamite.
dynamite.
You can also find his Twitch there because for some reason I linked this PV Poke. Also, shout out to Matt for this wonderful Inktober that he's been doing. He
Oh,
finished
thanks
it
so much.
and posted his final work on that, and it was a very cool personal project that he did and enjoyed stretching his creative muscles, painting some cool shit. He did stuff from Destiny. He did stuff from Halo. He did some cool personal things that were really cool. I believe that there was also Avatar Kyoshi was in there from Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is one of my personal favorite avatars that's been in lore. There's also, I think he did just a bunch of other random things that were also just very cool. Like the tick was super creepy. I loved it. It was awesome.
Come here.
I can't remember some of the more recent things. I actually ended up missing a couple days, so I went back and tried to look at a couple of them. So those are really neat. Anything from you guys?
ADL first week of battles is on Sunday.
Okay. ADL. Sunday.
WWD.
D&D on this coming Sunday, and then weekdays we're bringing our baby account up to Legend or as high as we can go.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Anything in the pipeline for you? Coming down the track for Hikari? Or rather, Before Dawn streams?
I haven't streamed in a while. Cause I'm just like trying to handle some things right now, so I haven't streamed in a while. I might next week.
Yu-Gi-Oh streams or Pogo streams or anything that you have an idea on?
Oh yeah, I do want to stream Yu-Gi-Oh sometime this week, cause I have not streamed it in a while, and
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do that, but I've
Duel
just
Links,
been
right?
caught up. Like, yeah.
Duel Links, okay. Very, very cool. She also streams the Japanese version of the game because of some security problems that you encountered, I think, right? Which is hilarious.
Yeah, because like, so the thing about it is that so you DM to play the game, but so I have two accounts. So I have my main account and an alt account, and then I was logged into my alt account on Steam, and then during some time they added some security feature where you can no longer switch accounts. So my Steam account is locked onto my alt. So if I want to play my main account, I have to log in via Japanese Yahoo Games to access a Japanese client server.
Oh, wow. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, that to get access to your main account makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, and then that's Arrow, that's Mango. Matt, do you have anything special for maybe Kanto Cup adjustments that you're gonna be putting through? Anything for the Unite version of the website? Any updates coming up soon?
I did just put up Kanto Cup training, so that's available, and we'll see how OP Chansey is.
Yeah.
He's really brought that back.
I do have a lot of catching up to do. I need to do for Unite.
Okay.
Maybe I'll find some time to do that this weekend.
Yeah, we got the Greedent stuff coming in as well, right?
You
Yeah.
guys do the,
That's the main one I'm
dialogue,
missing.
right?
I don't use Go Battle Log anymore. It's too tedious.
I do.
Like but you make it though, right? Like that's your site.
No.
No, that's YTX Pikachu, I think, right?
It's Aaron. YTX helps with that, and I work closely with.
Opponent.
Never mind. I honestly thought that you made both, and you were importing data from one to the other to get ratings.
Oh no! I Go Battlelog is I know he used. I work closely with him on some like the source code and like there's some simulator stuff for some of the recommended like anti-meta team things.
Mm,
But yeah, we work a lot together
together. Sure.
on stuff.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, good luck to all of you guys transitioning from the weekend of the last closing of Ultra Premier League. I'll be with you trying to finish, as well as the kickoff for Master Premier Classics return and Master Premier. Sorry, it is Masters Classic and Master Premier Classic, correct? Those are together. It's
No,
not
it's-
Masters Open this time around.
I think it's Masters Open and
Yeah.
Premier Classic.
Oh, so this is like level 50 open, or is
Yeah.
this?
Level
Wow.
50
Okay.
open
Well, I
or-
literally only
Sad.
have one option until Kanto releases then. And then
I-
Kanto's like midway through, right?
If I don't enjoy Prim Classic, I'm gonna take a break for 2 weeks.
Well, yeah.
I
People don't have
can't.
the luxury of taking a break if they're not there yet. So that's where I'm going to be. Anyways, I think that's going to call it for the stream. If you guys want to tune back in about, let's see, 9 hours from now, I'll be doing another stream where I will be a player. One of the NPCs I'm playing, I'm going to be playing as a character, and Breaker is going to be running a 2-episode intermission in the Icewind Dale universe as a dungeon master. He's going to give me 2 weeks off, which is great. And then Sunday morning, I will be offline for myself, which is Saturday night for the rest of you, because I'm doing some games with some of the table story people behind the scenes, closed game. Very, very excited about it, by the way. But I'm going to be doing that for the next 3 weeks, 3 Sundays in a row. And then on Sunday night, I might be doing another stream, normal time, 7 o'clock my time, maybe 6 o'clock, a little bit earlier, depending on things, and trying to push for Legend again. 3rd time's a charm, I guess. We'll find out. This is more at 8. We'll see you guys next week, or next stream if you guys are going to be here. Thank you for tuning in for the PoGo Does D&D experience, and we're almost there. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Matt, I have a question.